Hi, everybody. If you can, hey Chris, can you hear and see me? Oh, how's that? Is the static gone? Okay, good. And here's our guest, the one and only Tom Reed.
It sounds like a fan. You have a fan?
Yeah, I do. Is it? Can you hear it still?
No, it doesn't bother me.
I turned it. I had two. I turned one off.
Right.
Okay, here's Chris. I'm just going to invite him on for a second to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Do you mind?
No.
Hi, Chris. Chris, I'm doing an interview with Tom right now.
Yeah, I know. I just want to say hi to you guys real quick. That's fine.
Hi, buddy.
How you doing?
I'll see you later.
Great.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks, pal. Yeah, I don't know what happened there at the beginning. I came on like normal, and it must have been a glitch because I could see everybody, hear everybody, but apparently it didn't reciprocate.
Oh, okay.
So how you doing tonight? You good, Tom?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Well, right off the bat, Rhonda Snyder had a question for you. She was wondering how you feel about a relationship in the future. Is this going to happen for you, Tom?
No.
It's just you've had it with.
No, I just don't think I'm very good at it. Gotten older, I got other things I'm doing. It's just it doesn't really interest me.
Not something you're going to pursue. Not something you don't feel. In your life?
No, I don't think. I probably won't. Let's put it this way. I had one girlfriend about 25 years ago.
Gotcha.
So if the past is any prediction of the future, I doubt it.
Something that was near and dear to you, other than that could have been classified as a relationship in one manner, is goodbye to your minivan. The Astro van is now no longer with.
Yeah, right. Scrapped it. I would have liked to kept it, but it had 457,000 miles. It needed another engine. The body was bad. I'd have had to tow it down here, and I got a lot of going on down here right now, and I could just imagine seeing it sitting out in the yard for 3 more years. And I'd have had to put about $5,000 into
definitely.
it. It's just, I hated doing it really, but.
What was it about the memories or the shape of it, or what?
Yeah, I put 457,000 miles, and I did all my interviews in it. It was good to me. I mean, I took that baby all over. I was out Montana, Florida, Texas. I mean, for like over 20 years.
Wow, yeah, that long, eh? Shit.
Yeah, couldn't beat it. Yeah, I really liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I had the Safari, like I told you before.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, really good vehicle.
Oh, I love that thing. That took me all over. At the time, I was doing one of my projects was warranty work for Weyerhaeuser Lumber. So I was going all over southern Ontario setting up crews, and that baby never let me down. It always started when it needed to start. It went where it had to go. It was just a great vehicle.
Yeah, I really liked it. They got 1 million signatures on a petition to build it again, but because of all the federal regulations, you could never build one like we were used to.
Really, eh?
Yeah, it doesn't get good enough gas mileage, emissions, too much weight, you name it.
Yeah.
Some guy did a mock-up clay model of what he thought a new one would look like if they brought it back.
Mhm.
And it was just vans are small now. I mean, they're the shape of a van, but an Astro van used to be considered small. And if you put an Astro van next to like a Honda Odyssey or a Toyota, you can tell how big they were compared to the new ones.
Yeah, they're building them funny shape now too. They're building them so you can stand up in them. They got those really big cube vans now you can buy.
Yeah. Yeah, those are that's the all-time engine, the 4.3 in the GM car.
Yeah, the what was it called?
Vortec.
Vortec, yeah. That was quick as a rabbit, that engine.
Yeah, it was just a good engine. I mean, it didn't. I miss it. Hey, Jennifer, how you doing?
Okay, we're going to try and I'm going to try to pay attention to the side chat this time around, so we can get some questions in from them also. Okay, so wanted to ask you a little bit about the wildlife in Georgia as compared to Michigan. I mean, you had that trail cam set up overnight, and you had the food out, and people seeing you do that must have thought you were crazy, no?
I mean, people do it for hunting. I just do it to take video.
Oh, they set up bait.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh man, that's kind of a low blow, if you ask me.
Yeah, I agree, but it's legal.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, do you have wild boars in your part of Georgia?
Yeah, there's a problem down
They're a problem on the property you stay at. They're digging.
Well, they've been here before. You can see where they've rooted up some of the land, but I only got one on video camera. There's a neighbor guy down the street a couple miles. He shoots them he traps like 90 at a time and shoots
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. It's this big circular trap that he can see on his phone, and when there's enough of them in there, he pushes a button and the thing falls down and they're all trapped. Some of those big boars, as soon as that gate comes down, they charge the side of it. I mean, they're smart. And he said they put a dent and quarter-inch steel plate with their head.
I bet they do. Do.
Yep.
Wow. And then he dispatches them?
Yeah, and buries them.
Wow, that's a lot of freaking work.
Yeah, it is. They use a front end loader.
Like, yeah. Jeez, eh?
They're a bigger problem other places, but they'll ruin a piece of property. It looks like rototillers went through there.
Yeah.
Luckily, I haven't been forced with that being much of a problem.
Right.
I saw one time, and that was it. And then, luckily, that was about the end of it. I'd hate to have to do that.
I guess they live in I don't know, whatever you call a tribe of them, and they have pockets where it's worse.
Oh yeah, if you go on YouTube, I mean, they're everywhere. Texas has a huge problem. Florida has a big problem. I mean, they're taking over.
Wow.
And they're all, they're domestic pigs that got loose and have bred over the years.
Right.
Anybody can shoot as many of them as they want to wherever they see them because they're non-indigenous.
Are they good eating meat?
I've heard no. I've heard that they're not, which is why they bury them.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's funny. They shoot everything else that's out there running around just like they are. So I don't know why they're not good. I mean, it's pork.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know why, but anybody I've asked, they always seem to know. But I don't know of anybody that's eaten.
Well, I don't plan to be the first.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, Betsy Bay was also wondering about the wildlife in your neck of the woods. Betsy Bay had an interesting question about are ghost towns popular in Georgia? Do you have?
Well, I mean, It depends what you categorize as a ghost town. I mean, there's lots of abandoned towns.
Entire towns that are abandoned.
Yeah, they're all over the place. I mean, really, everywhere. Any direction you go.
Seriously.
Shopping malls, homes, subdivisions, all these little towns, where you'd see a gas station like in between towns 30 miles away. They're all out of business. It's terrible, man. But I've been doing this for a while, driving around. It's in every state. It's in every state I go to.
It's kind of funny how, people will leave the resources of a built home and a built business, and because of whatever reason, and move on and just rebuild somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, I think they went out of business because, if you look around, at least in this country, the middle class is disappearing.
That's true, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, you see it with even, big government buildings. A lot of schools down here like that. I mean, it's not just homeowners and small business. It's everything. But the towns down around here, they're ghost towns. They were 10 times busier 100 years ago.
Right. You, if you ever pass through anything interesting like that, maybe you can get it on video.
Well, believe me, I do. Yeah, I video all of them when I go past them. I mean, you'd run out of time before you'd run out of places to go here.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I've noticed that you're like in Michigan, you would get up, go, and drive to a destination, videotape it, pass through small towns and whatever else comes up that's interesting to videotape. I don't see so much of it in Georgia lately. I mean, you've had some interviews, but I don't see you driving and exploring as much in Georgia.
No, I mean, I've basically, for the last year, I've pretty much covered everywhere around here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, any small town that's abandoned or abandoned building within 50 miles or 75 miles anyway, I've already uploaded videos about it.
You have so many videos, it's tough to keep up on them all.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I should categorize those, but I never get around to doing it.
Well, you have some interesting moniker names for your videos that I sometimes will play the video just to see how the title connects to the video itself.
Yeah, I like video in thunderstorms too.
Yeah, those are great. I told you, that's how I fall asleep.
I haven't had any really great ones. Okay, but nothing spectacular.
Like you had a title the other day, It's a Family Affair. I wanted to ask you, I missed it somehow. How did that tie in with the open chat?
Just people being around, the same people being around for years, coming on the chat all the time.
Kind of like family, eh?
Yeah, yep.
You apologized the other day for some dialogue that we had that night before.
Yeah, right.
It's not like you, dude. Apologizing for what's up?
Well, when somebody comes on and when you got an older, innocent, nice person like Stephanie that doesn't show up very often, and when I reference her coming down and visiting me and someone saying that they'd like to come down here and anally penetrate her while I took the vagina, I'm not interested in that kind of talk.
Yeah, good for you. I mean, I do remember that now, and I think he didn't repeat that anyway, put it that way.
Well, he actually said it a couple times during that night. I don't know what's going on with that guy, but you're not going to see him around anymore on my chat.
Yeah, too wild.
Yeah, I mean, he used to be a great guy to come on, interesting to talk to, but after about a year, because I was off for about a year, this next time he came back, I mean, he sent me like 80 emails in an hour and a half,
Oh,
and then another 25, and then another 30.
oh,
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I mean, I could guess, but that's not valid. I'm just glad to get rid of them.
yeah. All right, all right. Um, by the way, the washing machine was a nice touch for the visual on that apology.
Oh, okay. Well, sometimes you want to say something, but what are you going to do? Like, it could be anything. You know what I say? You got to come up with a little short video to upload it to YouTube. You can't have a still picture. So, I mean, it just happened to be around.
Right. I thought it was a nice touch washing your hands of it, washing it out.
That
Yeah.
washing machine's been a nightmare lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take it apart? You know anything
Yeah, I
about
have taken it apart. Yeah, I've taken everything apart and it's still having the same problem. I think we're going to get another one. I don't like those side loading washing machines anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've never had one of those. I've always had.
Yeah, don't get one. They take about a cup full of water.
Right.
They're just terrible. You put something like a blanket or something, forget it. It'll like give you an alert and it won't want to spin it. It's just a nightmare.
Mm. I couldn't help but laughing at one of your videos the other day. It's maybe a little cruel on my part, but I was rewatching the video with Jana.
Yeah.
Boy, she asked for everything in the world, and she just went on and on and on. I thought it was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, well, that's drugs talking.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. She's still out there.
Really?
Yeah.
With that same boyfriend?
No, I don't think so. I mean, as far as I know, but I don't think so. But yeah, she's still out there. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because it's been a while since that interview. That interview, I think, is like 2-3 years old.
Yeah, probably 3 years old. Yeah, she's actually a nice girl. I wish her luck, but I mean, she's in pretty deep if she's still out there.
Yeah. Scary the point that you get two.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. Yep. Yeah, I'll give it to the autopsy. No, that'll just make you going to take some of that? Excuse me for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not going to hurt you. You're sleeping like a baby. What, are you getting up early? Okay. Why do you need that tonight? Just stay up and party. Yeah, it's a sad situation with those people down there.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, somebody got a little video of Maddie and Gerald yesterday. Somebody sent me a clip. I'm not sure what channel it was connected to, but again, just unfortunate.
Yeah. With Gerald doesn't seem to be deteriorating at the same
No,
way that poor Maddie is, but
no, he doesn't. No.
and yeah, it's hard to watch. I think that I think when you're caught up in something like that, the nightmare would be. It wouldn't be too soon for the nightmare to end for the person, too.
Yeah, yep.
I think it's one of those things you get caught up in, and you're trapped, and you can't. There's nowhere to turn to get out, and it's just a horrible existence. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Have you, when you were down and you had a contact with a lot of people, did you have any issues with people overdosing in front of you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, one night I was there. If there's a video out there where I was talking to Becky, and 2 people overdosed in back of us, fell right to the ground.
Wow.
They came out. Ambulance came out, gave them Narcan. They both got up, walked down the street, and left. Both would have been dead without it.
Wow.
That crazy?
You carry Narcan?
I used to, yeah. Yeah.
You
Mine,
think?
mine it expired, so I don't have it now. They don't. I don't really run into that too much down here. It's different. It's mostly meth and crack.
Yeah, it would be different in southern Georgia, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and I guess they're using that xylazine now over in Kensington, so Narcan wouldn't do you any good in that case.
It doesn't, eh?
No.
Yeah, that stuff sounds pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, geez, that's like a step worse if it's possible.
What is it? A synthetic opioid?
No, it's a tranquilizer for animals
Oh,
that they
fuck.
sedate them with. Yeah, it's
So,
crazy. It's real cheap too. Like, it probably is a copy. It's just like fake fentanyl.
yeah.
It's ruining that place. I mean, God.
I'm just wondering though, if because you need a bit of the drug to satisfy the craving, don't you? I mean, you don't. You have to have an opioid to satisfy an opioid addiction. You can't just feed
Oh,
it.
right. Yeah, they're probably taking something else. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, do you think Narcan is something that more people should carry?
I think they should. A lot of people don't want to get involved, but it'd be nice to save somebody's life if you could. What you have to be careful of. I don't know how it is in Canada, but in the United States, once in a while you'll see like a name drugstore like CVS or Walgreens. They'll be giving out free Narcan. So
Right.
you'll go in there and it's free, but they still take your information and that still gets input into your health medication profile. And there's
Oh,
no place in there that says anything that you're not getting it for yourself or your spouse.
right.
So
Yeah. Could be.
you got it's a risk you take.
Yeah. Risk at some embarrassment, I guess too.
Yeah, be paying higher insurance premiums because they think have a drug issue that they don't know about.
Right. Well, I mean, I would. I don't. I used to when I was doing a lot of traveling for my business. I used to be first on the scene for a lot of car accidents. For some reason, a lot, and basically probably because I was on the road. And I'm just wondering but I haven't had the issue with being first on during a drug overdose. I guess, because it's a completely different uh, scenario. But I'm considering carrying Narcan just for the sake of it. If that issue does pop up one day, I'd like to be able to save them if possible.
Yeah, you can get it different places.
Where do you get it?
Well, I got it at drugstores, and there were guys down there that did like needle exchange and stuff. They always had a bunch of it.
Right.
They were connected with a hospital. I get it from them sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know in Canada where you get it, but be careful about that going on your medical record.
Yeah. I'm thinking out loud when it comes to it. Now that you mention it that way, I don't want any tie with that. So if I can get it easily, I'll take it. If not, then we'll just hope that I don't run into that issue at all.
But I don't know how they work it with prescriptions with you over there. Like over here, we could end up paying higher medical insurance, but yours is different, so maybe it doesn't matter.
Right.
Other than a higher cost, I don't think there's any implication that it's going to do anything to your profile, as long as its expense isn't a part of the problem.
Is Narcan expensive?
Yeah.
Like how much a tablet?
Well, it comes in like a injectable, and you can get it in a spray too.
Oh,
I never
yeah.
paid for it, but I know if you got to buy it, it's expensive.
Right. Well,
And I don't think you can just buy that without showing ID, but maybe I'm wrong.
yeah.
Same with EpiPens, for bee stings, they're really expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it? There's a saying for which color to use. I think it's gray to the thigh, blue to the sky, or something like that. if you ever have to do an emergency situation, give somebody their EpiPen for them. Read the instructions, and it's there's two colors, and you have to put the right side into the patient.
Oh,
And
okay.
gray to the thigh, blue to the sky
Oh, okay.
is the saying.
Oh, interesting.
So we caught the video with you kayaking with Mary.
Yeah, yeah.
Did she leave you in the dust or what, Tom?
Yeah, she did. Yeah. She had a sea kayak.
Oh, okay. That floats a little higher in the water?
Yeah, it's slimmer, more streamlined, a lot faster.
Hmm. And I saw the video. Where was it? That was, I guess, somewhere close to where Mary lives.
Yeah, Amina, Michigan, Sutton's Bay.
Oh, Sutton's Bay, eh?
Yeah, nice, beautiful up there.
Yeah, beautiful country from what I saw.
Yeah.
Had you been up there in that bay before?
Yeah, a lot of times. Yep.
Is that the bay with the lighthouse across?
No, that's further north. That where you go up there in Sutton's Bay. I mean, you can go up. You got to keep going north. I guess you could. It's not really on the bay. It's on the Lake Michigan side, but it's close. But it's not on the bay. But if you just keep up going north of there, you'll go to Northport, and then you'll go north of Northport, and it's right on Lake Michigan there, but not really on the bay. Not too far, maybe 20 miles.
Right. Hmm. Yeah, beautiful country up there. It looks a lot like Ontario. I mean, it's so close. It's,
Yeah, do you have that crystal clear blue water?
yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is. Yep. Really nice.
Depending on, especially up in a Algonquin Park, depending on the mineral content, I think
Yeah.
the water sometimes can be completely it's surprising too.
Yeah.
Clear right to the bottom, you can see deep.
Yeah, I like that in Florida too. Yep.
Is it? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to pay a little attention to the side chat. If anybody has any questions for Tom, please go ahead and ask. Now's your chance. I've been watching your videos now close to 3.5, 4 years.
Oh, okay.
And I went back through them again just because you always have a lot of questions when you watch, but you forget them. So I went back through and I tried to compile a few I wonders about your videos.
You know, in mine, it shows like the last message was almost a half hour ago.
Really?
Yeah. On my end.
Yeah. My end is showing to the minute.
Yeah, mine shows 21:15, the last message.
Yeah.
9:15.
Now you have it where you click between our private chat and the side chat. Have you clicked up there?
Yeah, I mean, I had that same one on from the very start.
Have you tried clicking back and forth to
Well, there's
see?
nothing to really click on because I can see you and talk to you fine. In the side chat, I was talking to you fine when I saw the original early comments.
Now, do you see?
But now the last chat was last question or comment was a half hour ago.
Do you see up above the top? Now, I think it says comments.
I mean, I can scroll up and down from the very first comment when they came on, and then I can scroll up and down, and then they just stop. Amy Peichel was the last comment at 21:15, which was a half hour ago. There's no more since.
Yeah, I don't know what to say, Tom. I don't know if that's
And I can move it, scroll it up and down, but it looks like the last one. No new ones I can see.
Well, there has been because we're looking at them. I think that it, did you try? No, that wouldn't work.
But it worked fine up until that last comment. I didn't do anything. It stops at the last one. If you scroll back to Amy Peichel at 21:15, and then below that it says messages from audience will display here. And that's
Right.
the last message. And it's not stuck.
See how it says messages from audience will display here, and it's underlined, right?
No, I mean that's been on there from the second I signed on.
Did you try underlining that and then underlining it again?
No, it's like you can scroll up and down. You can see it on the sides.
Right. Okay.
It just that's the N1. I can't scroll any farther.
All right.
Like once it filled up one page, here's 2142. Oh, here it is. I'll tell you what, it's going the opposite way. Instead of down, you got to scroll backwards.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now I see him. I see him now. Okay.
Oh, okay, good. You know, Natasha, an interesting thing about horse tranquilizer, I learned back in the day, the mob used, how they used to drug the horses to win the races. Well, the racing authorities got wind of that, and they started p-testing the winning horse and place and show the horses to make sure that they weren't drugged. So you know what the mob did?
Really?
In retaliation to that, they drugged all the horses except for win, place, and show, and they got away with that for a little while.
Oh wow!
Giving downers to the losing horses, so their winning horses will come through.
Oh, okay. A lot of these idiots are banned from my chat. See, 7th grade just got out.
Hi, Rachel. Yeah, there's,
Tell them to come up and talk to me face to face. Have them up, Mark.
Does anybody want to come up and chat with Tom? I mean, we can do that.
They don't have enough balls.
I don't think so either. I think it's easy to.
Nobody's business. He's living with at the basement of his mother's.
Yeah.
I'm not going to answer any of his questions unless he comes up and asks them to me face to face.
Who's that? Nobody's business, eh?
Just no guts.
I mean, it's easy to spew useless venom from the side chat, but come on up and
come up.
Have
Give
some
him a link. Give him a link so he can come up. They won't do anything. None of them have enough balls to talk to me when people can hear the answer. There you go.
It's almost it came out in the from the beginning.
They can't even spell liar right.
That you were the cause of the death of some of these girls. Yeah. I think that's got to be the one of the number 1, 2, or 3 of the biggest issues here with that people seem to think about you. But
how about some proof? How about some evidence? How about I've never been questioned by the cops anywhere?
That's right.
How about I carry around a cell phone wherever I go and I'm a licensed private detective? This doesn't ring any bells with anybody? Driving the same van, interviewing the same people, going to the same places, time after time, doing lives down there all the time, and I'm killing people too?
Yeah. And it's so absurd that people continue to believe this,
Well, nobody believes it. It's these troublemakers that don't have anything to talk about.
that they want to believe it so they have something to talk
Yeah,
about.
nobody with any brains believes it.
No, you're right, because it doesn't make sense, and it's just total fabrication.
These guys can't even spell simple words.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, those are all, if you consider the source, like I said all along, there's no evidence about that with anything. I mean, give me a break. You're going to be doing something like that, and you're going to be driving the same vehicle all the time, interviewing the same people and going back there after you're killing them.
Yeah,
It's just stupid.
it is. It is. It must be frustrating for you.
No, it's not, because I consider the source, and nobody with any brains gives any credence to these clowns.
Yeah, you don't want anything to do with anybody.
No,
You don't want
it's just, it's like children,
Yeah.
you know? See, this guy, that's nobody's business. He won't come up and talk, though, will he?
There's your invitation, nobody's business. Come on up. But he never tells the whole truth. What is your whole truth? Nobody's business.
See, Mark, on this, you scroll the other way for YouTube. This, you scroll the opposite way.
Right, yeah.
So that's why when the first panel came up, it didn't go any further. I was scrolling like YouTube.
Yeah, you got it now, though.
It's you know, it's the same old deal. You know, I'm the reason they're there. All of them were there before I got there. I haven't been down there in 2 years, and they're still there. So now, who are you blaming it on?
Yeah, I mean, there's no changing the thoughts of people like that. They're going to continue to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care. I mean, you know, I was down there the whole time. Nobody ever asked me about that. And most of those girls, they know how they died. They caught the one guy.
Yeah, that was hitting them with his vehicle.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I think that
There was a guy in the east side, but I never went over there too much.
East side.
East side of Detroit, yeah. There was some guy. They caught that guy too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty easy to catch these guys. They're all stupid. Anybody that I regret interviewing, no, I wouldn't say regret. I mean, you know, it's like anything in life. I mean, what I have done and I didn't do for a long time. I mean, you know, there's some of these people, you can be a drug addict and be a good person. I think Maddie and Gerald are decent people. You don't see them going on and making hate videos about someone. Then there's people that are, con artists on top of being drug dealers that will do anything they can to get over anybody. And Kelly's one of those. I put up a video the other day, and I put a link to a guy's career she ruined as a councilman. First, she ruined her daughter's life. Now she's trying to run the same scam under the ruse of helping her granddaughter. Total scam and con artist.
Yeah. She gives that impression too when you listen to her. That she's
right.
Around her, she's not to be trusted almost.
Yeah, no. It'll be another some kind, and I don't know what she's doing now. She appears to be doing better. Who knows? But I wouldn't give her a dime for anything.
Yeah. But you did.
She asked me if I got emotionally. No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I didn't really know anything when I was going down there. I remember, before I started doing that, I had already been going down to Detroit quite a bit. And, I just really would run into some of those girls where I would, at the time, Detroit was still printing two big newspapers, the Free Press and the News. And I would get both papers, and I'd get a coffee, and I'd go down and sit by the river and, watch freighters go by, or, sit down at the end of Dearborn Avenue on West Jefferson. It was fun. And when I go in and get those papers and coffee, that's how I kind of struck up a conversation with them. And there were also girls that I'd see sometimes. I knew a guy that owned an antique store on Michigan Avenue, and I had planned on doing that way before I did. And then it just so worked out one day when I was getting a coffee, I ran into Angel, and I said, "Hey, do you think you would be interested in doing an interview?" And the interview was just way before I even did the first interview, I didn't really feel that, I wasn't going down there with a Bible and a hot chocolate. I was down there to just find out how they got there. I would have helped them if I could. So it was really just to understand the lifestyle and talk about their drug use, why they were there, and help them if I could.
Yeah, and you did that for a lot of inquiring minds too. I mean,
Yeah.
people got to see the lifestyle and how these people live down there through your videos.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was interesting. I mean, I helped some, I guess, a little, not a lot. I would do that in Atlanta. I just haven't got familiar with that part of town yet. I've been mainly going to Augusta, which is pretty good too, but you're not going to run into working girls. They are there on like Washington Avenue, but it's like mainly using cell phones and working out of hotel rooms.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's how it is up here
Yeah,
too.
I will admit. I mean, I like interviewing the homeless too, but I don't think, at least personally, that anything was quite as interesting as interviewing the worker girls back in the day. I mean, Detroit was really, rock bottom, and they were everywhere, and nobody was doing anything about it because the cops were mad they'd lost benefits and salary. Even if they saw you talking to a working girl, they didn't really care. If you look at one of the early videos with Tassie, that sergeant came up, was talking to both of us. See, Detroit has an ordinance down there where it's a misdemeanor to associate with working girls. So, and those cops are constantly getting nailed for all sorts of weird planting dope, corruption. I mean, just Google Detroit police and the trouble they get in all the time. And you kind of get that vibe when you run into them down there. They're all super rude and super aggressive. So, anytime they felt like it, I mean, even if you took one of my videos, it's not pretty difficult to prove that, I knew that they were working girls. They don't care that I was interviewing them and not soliciting them. So they could arrest me, impound my van, take Daisy to the dog pound, it'd just be a nightmare. And, 2 years later, maybe you get a judge to see it your way. But the ordinance, what are you going to do? You're not supposed to associate with working girls, because their argument is it makes it look like the people that are driving by don't know that you're not a John.
Right. Yeah.
I guess there's some truth to that, but when you just can't go out and interview people, it's just the risk I planned on taking, and I did. Yeah.
Balls to the wall.
Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, but it changed down there a lot too. That whole area, like where Marguerite and Maddie used to be, that's all been leveled and condemned. And
Part of the new bridge.
New Bridge, yeah, it's just nothing down there anymore. That party store closed. A lot of the gas stations closed. So that area is dead. Michigan Avenue is it's not the same. I know people that, do different things down there, hand out lunches, needle exchange. And I mean, it was kind of heading south as I was kind of trailing off from doing them,
That chunk of land underneath the highway that they had fenced off.
Yeah.
That's an interesting chunk of real estate there. I mean, they must find bodies there. No?
Not really.
Oh.
No, it's almost like it's like, a too highly traveled area.
Oh,
If you were
okay.
going to dump a body, there's places where there's cameras up around down there,
Right.
I always thought I'd run into a body, and I never did.
Yeah, I've always thought watching your video that one would have popped up.
Yeah. It was, it seemed like it would have happened, but I mean, I never did. Not in abandoned buildings and everything.
Yeah. Wow. I know there was a lot of abandoned cars down there, and
Oh yeah, stolen cars. Yeah, a lot of times. That was like a super popular place to dump them for a long time. But as they moved in there and there was more of a business presence with the new bridge and a lot of media attention, they cleaned a lot of that up, and there was a lot of police presence.
right.
So you didn't really see that stuff like you did when I first started going down there.
You know. But those, I really enjoyed those around Detroit videos. They were interesting and definitely creates a certain, um, how should I put it, a vibe sort of driving around with you down there. You get a feeling of how Detroit has
Hey,
um,
70.
deteriorated,
Yeah.
and you see how it's really apparent that how it was great and booming at one point, and then like the rug was pulled out from underneath their legs. Uh, it, it's all debilitated and decayed and abandoned.
Yeah, it's not just Detroit.
It is in one way or another.
Yeah, that
Isn't
was
it?
just had a little higher lifestyle and income for middle class because of the big three. But the big three is like the small two now. It's a fraction of what it used to be. You know, everybody's making cars in the world now.
True, it is.
And
And
no unions, cheaper labor. I mean, it was bound to fail.
the good days are over and the future's here now of electric cars.
Right.
How do you feel about those? I know the F-150 has
Yeah, I mean,
an
I think
electric
they've been pegged out for quite a while on the distance. I wouldn't want one.
I was reading a stat that it has enough power to light a home for so long. I don't know how long, but it was some ridiculous time period that the truck has capability wise. The
Yeah.
F-150. Did you hear
No, I
such
didn't really
a?
follow that too much, you know.
Because when you
Yeah,
have
I
the
got a 150, yeah,
150
but I
or
got a V6. I got that Vortec, which I'm not thrilled about, but so far so good.
the Vortec, oh yeah, it's 231.
Turbocharged, yeah. See, that's the only
Oh,
way they were
okay.
going to take a big, heavy vehicle like that and make it like, you know, accelerate it all. But I'm not for those Ford turbos are problematic. Yeah, I'd rather
Are
have
they?
just a stock V8 actually. It gets about the same gas mileage.
Yeah, yeah. It kills me now the stop and start of these vehicles. How the engine shuts down at red lights and starts back up again when you
Yeah, I don't really
commence.
like them.
I would have that function. Oh, I'd worry that it's going to
No,
wear out the
they say
starter
it doesn't
quicker.
though, believe it or not. If you read up about it.
Yeah, I imagine they would say that, but what the truth is, I wonder.
Yeah.
But they're great vehicles too, though, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you say the F
Yeah,
one
they're great. It's an
fifties?
all-time selling vehicle worldwide. Hey, Salty Girl, I'm going to be down your neighborhood Tuesday.
Party
Party is
time.
right.
Um. So I'm just going through the side chat here, see if we missed anything.
Rita and I are having a baby.
Oh,
Thank you.
congratulations, baby! What?
Baby human being.
Just joking.
Yeah. I didn't really want one, but she said we're not going to live forever.
Then the time is right.
Yeah.
Well, if you pick the right one,
Thank you.
Rita.
Yeah, I think it is. Thank you. I think I made a good choice.
I guess it's perfect timing with your divorce going on.
No, I didn't want to wait till it was over. Yeah, well, we're not
Ah,
spring chickens.
Yeah. You catch Rita while you can.
Yeah. Squirrely's going to help us babysit.
Okay, so we had this is our third interview.
Yeah, kind of. The one didn't work out too good because I had like bad audio problems.
So yeah. I'm gonna just ask you a couple of questions. I might have asked you in the past, but I found them interesting. Your one interview with Chaos.
He's an interesting guy. I had seen him down there before, but I never, I always missed him. That's like the busiest road in the world, man, that Washington Avenue. That's on the west side of Augusta, and it's like super busy.
Oh.
Friday night, it's like crazy. That's, believe it or not too far from Augusta National where they play the Masters, but you'd never know it on that strip. It's constantly in the newspaper. They're having a big issue with the homeless now. And I would see him, but a lot of times, by the time I got, across the street, I couldn't find him. So I was glad to finally hook up on him. He's an interesting guy. Favorite moment during an interview? Let me think about that. I'll tell you what comes on. What comes to mind is Tassie flashing me one time. I think it says. Yeah, I said something to her that's not nice or something. I don't know what she's up to now. I mean, she was doing pretty well for a while and then got back out there again. I mean, it's low batting average,
Yeah,
let's see. I would say probably Penny. The girl that ended up getting her head caved in for a $10 debt.
What was the question?
They were asking me about what was a favorite moment during an interview. Then somebody asked me what was my most impactful interview.
Right. Yeah, that was pretty strong. That was actually the first video of yours that I ever watched.
Yeah, and she seems to be doing okay, for a while, and then kind of falls off the wagon and that kind of thing.
She was murdered, right?
Who's that? Yeah,
Penny.
Yeah, hitting the head with a basher, hit him with over a $10 debt.
Wow, life is so cheap down there.
Yeah, it's just just stupid stuff. People on drugs, high emotions. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's none of it makes sense. But some of these people I've learned that they just get down there and there's just nothing's getting them out of there. And nobody wants to admit that. But if you see it happen enough, I mean, if you look at the people I interviewed, I think probably like 10, 12 of those are dead. And that was only maybe 15, all sorts of reasons. Hit by cars, overdoses, a lot of that. It's amazing that they last as long as they do crossing Michigan Avenue and Telegraph under the influence. I mean, it's hard to cross those streets sober. Yeah, they're walking out there at night and that kind of thing.
Well, Michigan Ave, is it a 4-lane highway?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it is 4-lane, but a lot of times there's only certain parts where it's truly 4 because there's parking on both sides. Michigan Avenue is the longest 2-lane highway in the United States. Yeah.
Really? And it's separated in the center? Is that right?
On the side, people park on the sides, so you can't use all 4 lanes all that often. It's like 2 and then a center turn lane for both, Yeah, it is sad. Have you done any interviews that you feel like don't need to upload? Not really. I mean, because, when I'm going out there, I'm kind of asking the same questions. I've had I've had videos, interviews that YouTube's taken down. I had, back after I was doing that about a year, some of the people that you got to know, I thought, well, I'll just get a video and interview them some night shooting heroin. There were 3 of them shooting heroin from the beginning to the end, buying it, preparing it, injecting it, nodding, and the whole thing. It was about a 55-minute video, and that lasted about 30 seconds on YouTube. I got a strike, but I appealed it, and they changed it to a warning. But you go on there, and you'll see all sorts of videos just like that. That's what I mean about YouTube. You never know
Yeah.
how they're going to react. And when you upload videos now, you check off all these little boxes. It's not this, it's not that. Does it offend people? Could people think this hostility? Does it involve this, that? So if you check off all the boxes, other than not uploading anything at all, you're basically done when they decide to take one down. It's a weird company, man. Like, I realize now my best days of my channel are long over with, but I'm fine with it because honestly, I never really planned on anybody really watching mine. So anything I got was a super bonus. And they're the ones that promoted me. It wasn't any great content. And now it's over. They don't like interviews like mine. They want, people's digital advertising to come up more benign, vanilla interviews, not guys talking to prostitutes. So I don't even monetize them anymore. What does happen is you do get monetized on the shorts. See, YouTube's pushing these shorts now. And I think it's because they make the same money they would by you making an 8-minute video. But when you make an 8-minute video and they're running 3 ads, they're paying you a lot more. So that's why they're pushing the shorts. The creator doesn't make any money, but YouTube makes a bunch of money. And now they're trying to turn everybody into getting people to join and pay to watch your channel and all this kind of bullshit. And I'm just grateful to have a place to upload what I found interesting. So if it keeps getting chipped away, so what? I was lucky it got this far. It didn't have anything to do with great content, and I probably didn't deserve it to begin with. So fun.
Well, you have 17,000 videos.
Yeah.
I think that just with the amount of content you have, you've brought a lot to the table, and I think that great job.
Well, what happened? You see,
that.
if you look at I don't know, on these viral videos, I'm not exactly sure what a viral video entails. I don't know how many views you need. I think 1 million or something. I think I maybe have like 7 or 8 videos or something like that, 1 million views. Those are the videos where you make the money. And I did for a while after making nothing for years. But then not long after that, they gave me the yellow $, which nobody sees on these platforms like Social Blade. So when you go into Social Blade, they're calculating what they think I make off videos that aren't restricted. But once you get the yellow $, what happens is you're only available to YouTube premium viewers, which I think is 20 million, which is nothing. So if you're not available to the whole group of people out there, you're basically as close to demonetized as you can get. So those videos that you see on there that went viral, they were good for about maybe 18 months, 2 years. And then I got the yellow $, after them promoting him and them being fined for that long. And basically it just took the money away. So the last I checked, if my videos were getting monetized, even with 17,000 videos, I'd get about $600 a month, which I guess is better than nothing. But to me, it's not worth jumping through all these hoops and having your videos restricted. I mean, I even tried taking out, like you do with copyright music. You just quit doing it, right? I mean, it's their platform. If they don't want you doing it, it's only going to be a matter of time before they kick you off. So what I did was just quit asking about drugs, but I don't think it's going to do me any good. There's a lot of YouTube videos that talk about how to do a channel. I was never really into that, but there is one guy on there, and he makes a pretty good living at YouTube. And the only way he does it is to do like stuff I did, only with good content. Mine happened to be interviews that people liked. And then you run it for a year, and then you go on and you start another one. You don't see too many videos like the kind of stuff I do or the average Joe does that does well for long. You'll have your high period like I did 2 or 3 years ago, and then they'll start not promoting you, chipping away, unsubscribing people from your channel, giving you strikes for bullshit, and you just slowly decline every month.
Kind of like a bad friendship.
Yeah, I would describe it. They're a strange company, man. I mean, they'll send you all sorts of things on how to improve your channel, and I write them back and say, why don't you just quit, give me these bullshit strikes and unsubscribing people that don't want to be. Just do that and I'll be happy. Yeah. Yeah, in regard to the, people out there, most of these people don't pay anybody anything. They get like $10 for 5 minutes. And, there's 10 videos on there that did well and 17,000 or 16,990 that didn't do shit. Nobody wants to talk about those. These people didn't have to do the videos. They did it with their own consent. Their families have nothing to do with it. So that's the answer.
Yeah.
I mean, like this screwball on here, this Terry Hoff, who the girls just cringe at when they see down there. He doesn't have any money. He's behind in his child support all the time. And he'd like to think of himself as somebody that was close to the girls and has this weirdo personal relationship. And in the case of Renee dying, they actually kept him from finding out she died because they knew that he'd do exactly what he did, try to just upload some bullshit video about him being her friend and me taking down my videos. Anything he can do to put my name in his 1,000 subscriber channel will do it.
Yeah,
he's a jack off. No, it doesn't have anything to do with it. It's like newscasts or movies. When somebody dies that was in one of them, do you quit doing it? Do you quit showing reruns or never show the movie again? It's no secret. Anybody that I interviewed, what they were doing, how long they've been out there, their family knew about it, and so did all their relatives. So you're going to have to come up with a better excuse. And once they consent to a video, it's game over. That's why I ask them before I interview them.
Right.
Not my problem.
Every interview.
Yeah.
Whoever gave you that advice to ask them.
Well, I knew that early on from other things. You don't really need that,
right.
Actually. You don't really need to do that. But what'll happen is you'll get some jack off like this Terry Hoff, and he'll try and get someone to talk one of these people into thinking you're making all sorts of money. And that's when it starts to come into a different realm as opposed to just a voluntary interview. Either you did or you didn't profit from it. So with asking them that, you're covered. They didn't have to do it. And there's plenty of people that I asked, if you want to do an interview, and they say no.
I mean, it seems to be one of the fake issues that people have, that you're making all this money.
I made money like on 7 or 8 videos. I've been doing videos for like 15 years.
Yeah, and that has since been dried up, has it not? I mean,
yeah, it dried up. It did dry up. Yep. But I don't really care. I mean, I was making them never thinking I'd get a dime.
Yeah.
So,
no, that's not why you did it.
So it worked out. I got way more than I thought I would have. But these, like I said, sometimes these shorts are easy to do because, you're doing like a short video and it uploads it and everything. You don't need to do anything. Those are automatically monetized, but it's like nothing, man. I don't even know what it is, like maybe $3 a month or something like that. If you just don't monetize, you save yourself this kind of trouble of checking all these boxes.
Yeah.
So once you don't monetize, you can basically do what you want. But I figured, since I'm not getting any new people because they don't recommend my videos anymore, even though I've complied with what they wanted me to do. So it's been a failed experiment. I think I'll just go back to asking drug questions.
What will happen?
Nothing. Nothing will happen. I mean, because it doesn't matter that even if you take out what they don't want, it's not like you get recommended again. So once you're on the shit list, I might as well just go back to the old days. Oh, thank you, Troubles. But if you talk to these, it's just the same troublemakers are out here on YouTube. I mean, they just have no lives. Like Terry Hoff is an example. He's never been successful at anything. Why would his YouTube channel be any different?
So you know this Terry Hoff
unfortunately.
personally?
Yeah, he'd come down and he was a weirdo. He gave Becky a rose one day, and she called me and said, "Who is this creep?" If he weighed another 100 pounds, the police would be investigating him all the time.
Another 100
like
pounds.
A little skinny, like 110-pound guy that
couldn't hurt anything, even if he
he's
wanted.
no threat to anybody. He's not killing any people.
Your bees. Question about them. How do they get their water? Is there a
there's
water
one on the
source?
back that you don't see. It's a quart jar, and it's mixed 1-to-1, 1 part sugar, 1 part water.
And I had asked you about the feeding them honey, and I saw you made a video of it, which I thought was fascinating. How they swarm and climb all over each other.
I got stung the other day, by the way.
Oh.
I was changing their water, that quart water jar. And, that's mixed with sugar, which they love. And usually I wait till it's empty. And when it's empty, they're not at the bottom of it. They're out doing other things, looking for something else. But I pulled it out with maybe an inch of water because I thought this is going to run out. And I just assumed fill it up now. And there was like 2 inches of bees on the cap. So what I did is just shook it. And then I'll blow them off the top. A couple that are still up there. And one of them figured it out and stung me in the hand.
Yeah. It was bound to have happened.
Yeah, I get it once in a while, yeah. Bees are fascinating. I mean, the work that they do and the miles they cover. And, I don't do it for the honey. It's just, I like watching them, actually. It's fun being out there, like putting honey around. There's just thousands of them flying around you. I had a lot of bees before, but I never was set up to where I could sit on a rocking chair and watch them like I do now. And I've learned more here. I mean, their eyesight's way better than I thought. And I think they recognize people. Marty does too, because, we'll take if you go out there and you don't have anything, they're kind of flying around. A couple of guard bees come up to you to see if you're a threat. But if you come out there with that jar of honey in your hand, man, they start following you right away. You don't even have a drop squirted out yet, and they're already down there eating it. And if you were there and you watched it, that they must recognize you and what you're going to do. It just can't be coincidental. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
Trained bees.
You probably got a lot of beekeepers up there in Canada, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's an interesting hobby. I mean, I'm not really I'm not a guy that's like working this for honey. I'm just like having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. It's cool. I mean, a lot of people have them. They have them downtown now, places, and they've got them. People have them in their yards. You wouldn't even know it if somebody didn't show them to you. I mean, they come from way high, and then they dive down, then they enter the hive. It's true. Busy as a bee. Busy as a bee. Mm. Yep.
So, but you do get honey from it.
Nah,
you don't get any honey.
I don't care. I'm not into it. Honey as a final product is very energy intensive. And the honey is for the bees. So that's why I don't mess with it. I don't like honey that much anyway, which makes it easier. I mean, I'll taste it once in a while, but I wouldn't care if I ever had it again.
So the honey is used by the bees to feed the female, the queen.
Well, they feed her royal jelly. They feed themselves and they feed the babies honey. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It's their food source in the winter. They eat pollen and
Right. Yeah.
stuff like that. I mean, it's a working machine, bees.
What happens
Well,
in the
down here,
winter?
I'm not sure. In Michigan, most of them used to die. I didn't have very good luck with bees in Michigan. I think it's because of where I had them. You had a low deck angle. Bees still need warmth, in the winter. And even though the sun's low and the days are short, where I was in Michigan, I always had too much shade, too tall of trees, or where the buildings were positioned. If you put them out in the field, then you got bears and skunks knocking it over. So I just wasn't in a good location. I mean, some make it, some don't. I even built insulated covers for them, but it didn't really help.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they deal with it. They'll fan the hive. You'll see them. They'll keep it cool. Yeah,
I saw that. Yeah,
they're
that's
masters
amazing.
at controlling temperature. In the winter, they'll vibrate their body's thorax and create heat through vibration. In the summertime, they'll fan it. Yeah,
Wow.
they drink a lot of water, big time. They go through about a quart a day. It's crazy. Yeah, crazy
Really?
just seeing bees, just drinking a little bit at a time. They can go through a whole quart a day. A lot of times, I tell people if bees fly around you, don't swat at them. And that's what they're
No.
looking for usually. They're looking for some water. Yeah. I swat at them too sometimes. You're doing something, you're busy, or, trying to thread a needle or fix a weed whacker and a damn bee's flying around you. But when all things are going
Yeah.
okay and I'm calm, I don't swat at them.
Yeah, I don't ever. I think that
Yeah.
that's a good way to
Good way
get
of getting
stung
yeah.
by.
Yep. But it's really cool to watch them, how they work and how they make that wax and how they put that honey in there and cap it all in the dark. And they're always working. You go out there anytime of the night, you can always hear them and they're doing stuff. You'll see them out in the front. What's interesting to me, I've also noticed down here is when one of these big thunderstorms come through, they get the hell out of Dodge, man. There isn't a bee to be found. They get inside that hive in no time. And I've noticed too, when they get lost, like say they come back late for some reason, it gets dark, they'll just land on a tree. They'll spend the night just still, get up in the morning and head back to the hive. Well, when you get a pair of package bees, like with a mated queen and workers, there's about 10,000 in there. That's about 3 pounds of bees. I would say by this time of the year, I probably have 35, 40,000 bees in there, which isn't as many as you'd think. I mean, that sounds like if you saw, 40,000 butterflies, you'd like be amazed. But 40,000 bees, it looks like a lot, but it isn't like what you'd expect. I mean, there's big clumps of them and they're all over, but it's probably like 5 pounds of bees, something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Handful of cups and cups and cups
Yeah.
of bees.
And, they what they do as beekeepers, they take all the honey and then they replace it with high fructose, cheap Chinese corn syrup. Yeah,
Right, right.
crazy.
Well, the bees fall for it and they use
Yeah.
it, so I guess it's a trade-off. When you originally got the bees, how were they shipped to you? I missed that.
Sometimes I would pick them up. These were at a place. They went. Georgia's a big place for queen bee raising and package bees, where you get a bunch of workers and a matched queen. So the place I got them from, I think they did them all themselves. They could have went and got them in a state like Alabama or Florida, but the South is really huge with that. It's about $160 for a set of packaged bees, and then you come and then the queen's in a little small, like inch by half-inch cage with candied wafers at the end. And when you get it, you take the queen out and you place her in the middle of the cage and you pull the covers over so the worker bees can eat the candy wafers. And then you spray the bees with water and then you shake them out of the box into the hive. They just fall there like sand. Some are flying, most are falling because you got them wet. Then you just leave the top open. That queen just gets right to work, starts laying eggs. You give it about a day, you put the top back on, and they just start making wax, and making babies, and saving pollen and everything else. Really interesting.
Yeah, wow.
Busy as bee, that's no
So
kidding.
the candy wafer, it's eaten and then it's a
Yeah, then
passageway through.
then the queen can escape. But when you get it, there's plastic covers on the end so they can't eat through there. But she's in her own little cage anyway, so they're not going to get to her anyway in a separate part of the box. And when you take those plastic things away, it's just the candied wafers on each end. And those bees are wanting to get to that queen. You let her out of there ASAP. So they chew through those wafers in an hour or two. She's free and starts laying eggs.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting how that works.
Did you get the hives? I'm getting 25 other hives in September. I'm buying them off a beekeeper. Yeah,
25.
Yeah, 25. They're all established hives, which really puts you at a big advantage.
So that box that you have times 25.
Actually, that's kind of like a nature nuts bee. That's a ware hive, WARRE. So what it does is, beekeepers, besides just exploiting the insects, you see the kind of hives you see most places because they're rectangles, and you take out the frames, you put them in a machine, you uncap the top part of the honey, and then you spin it, and that's how you get all the honey out of the frame. Then usually you take the uncapped part where you extracted the honey from, put it back in there because it's very intensive to make wax. So it saves the bees a lot of trouble from having to do that. So they just start over again. In Michigan, you have 2 seasons. Georgia just has like kind of one bee season, and then off you go.
Wow.
I haven't seen it. I've heard people that I've never caught a swarm. I know guys that have. Marty, when he first looked at this place before he bought it, there was a swarm of bees out in the tree. That usually happens because a queen is, the queen is laying all the eggs, but the workers' control will go on. They're all females. And once that queen starts sloughing off and not laying as many eggs as they think she should, they'll want to leave and start a new hive with a new queen. And that's why you see swarming happen. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take those new hives. I'm going to just place them all over the property. Yeah, different places. Really, you can get away with about 2 hives per 5 acres.
Wow, okay.
So we're just really just doing it to have fun. But the hives that I will get, that I'll place all over the property, they're the Langstroth hives. Even though they're used for harvesting honey, I'm not going to use them for that. I'm just going to keep the same boxes with the same bees and let them do their thing without taking any honey out of there. Yeah.
But are you not at one point going to have like too much honey?
No, not really. I mean, they'll tell you that. That's the argument that beekeepers use, is that bees overproduce. I don't believe it. They claim that they're taking the excess honey. Well, how can you be claiming you're taking the excess honey when you're replacing the honey they made with something they didn't make? I mean, where's the excess? What are you talking about? Yeah, beekeepers are so full of shit. It's unbelievable. So no, mine are just basically to crazy.
Maintain
I like watching them
and,
fooling around, go in there, check. I'm going to do some queen rearing and try some hybrids and stuff like that.
Nice, yeah.
Well, you been thinking about doing it?
You know what? I find it really fascinating, but again, it's the space thing.
You really need much space.
I don't. Well, yeah, I guess you don't use a lot of space. It's where the box sits, and
I mean, you have a yard, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Put them out there. People won't even know they're there.
With it's for the initially when you have to buy the box and the bees. What's the initial
Well, you got to
investment?
get a bee suit too, and a smoker, which I don't use much, and a hive tool. You're looking at about 700, probably 750 total with the bees, the box, the stuff you need, and a suit. No, I don't
That's
think it's
not
too bad.
bad.
And that's just the first initial investment. Then after that, it's just boxes and bees. But you can
Right.
eventually split your hives and grow them yourself without having to buy packaged bees like you did to get started.
Well, I would be after the honey,
Yeah, you could do that. You could take some.
and that's would be the big seller for me. Having fresh
Yeah.
honey in the back. Because fresh honey is amazing. I know you don't
Yeah,
like
that's
honey
nice.
very much, but it
Hey, Bert,
really
how you
makes a
doing?
difference.
Yeah, it's I mean, I'm not big on it, but it lasts forever.
Or something about fresh
Yeah, fresh eggs. Yeah,
eggs. You
I got a
ever
neighbor that has those. Yeah,
see just amazing flavor and
yeah. People say they're a lot better. Yep, fresh eggs.
same
Yeah,
day.
same day. Yep.
Amazing. Um. So I wanted to. I don't want to bore everybody, but I have this fascination about with Zug
Yeah, no, it's a
Island,
neat place.
and is what's going on? Like, do they
Yeah,
manufacture
they used
on
to
the
make
island
steel, and then they
now?
made like these coat products. They're doing something there now. Because I was down there when I went back to Michigan. I went down there and drove around. They're making something. There's big piles of coal. I think they make coke for other blast furnaces, steel companies, other places, but they're not actually making steel. You know?
Right, they're
Yeah.
making the
I mean,
coke.
look it up because it keeps changing. I mean, that's a thing, just like a lot of the car companies, that it's a fraction of what it used to be. It's not. You're not going to see the big giant plumes of cool white steam like I did when I was down there. It really looked cool at nighttime. I mean,
Yeah, I
Windsor's happy that
imagine.
they quit doing what they were doing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Windsor's all got a hard on now for the Volkswagen um, battery
Oh,
plant
they
that's
do.
going in, and St. Thomas has also got a huge plant going in.
Oh, really? What's the problem?
No problem. It's just it has to be constructed. Won't be the place is so big. It's apparently the size of 900 football
Wow.
fields. It's just one huge facility.
Wow. Yeah, I used to have a lot of good times in Windsor. I haven't been over there for probably 8, 9 years.
Yeah, I guess that's you would go over
Great.
and if you can't find it
Yeah, we
already
used to go over
there.
there and we were like 18, 19.
Again, I've only passed through Windsor. I haven't really spent very much time there. Same with Detroit. I passed through it, but didn't really stick around and
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah, it's like Detroit, I think it's seen its better days.
Well, I'm gonna be next time I pass through. I'm gonna be taking a detour when I go through Detroit, and I'm gonna check out Michigan
Oh,
Ave
cool.
just for curiosity. Now I've learned so much about it
Yeah.
through you that I have, and I'll have the opportunity soon. I'll have to uh, I'll have to have a peek at
Yeah,
it.
check it out. Yeah. I don't think it's as busy as it was, but you know.
Um, it's always seems to be like that. Not as busy as the good old days. Or not. Times have changed,
Yeah.
and people have
Yeah.
moved on.
Yeah.
So I was watching an interview with
Yeah.
Angel, was it?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
black girl. Now she didn't. We lost her too. But we lost her to AIDS, was
No, she
it?
overdosed.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, she did. Oh, okay. I thought. Okay. Um, I think that uh, that would be one of the most terrifying things for me to have be sitting beside someone overdosing and being used, not being able to help
Yeah.
them. You know.
Well, there's a lot of opportunities down there.
Yeah. That. Okay. So let's just go through some of these side chat comments. How's
Good.
Daisy tonight? Is not Marty pretty well
Yeah, pretty
adopted
much.
her
Yeah.
or what?
Yep. No,
You don't mind?
she's upgraded.
Oh yeah.
He's he really babies her, gives her treats all the time.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He seems
Yeah,
like a really
super
good
good
guy,
guy.
Marty.
Yep.
You guys do stuff
Not like
together,
you'd
or?
think. Not really. No, not much. I mean, like tonight we went out and drove around, went down the pond, or we'll go like not really too much. Bullshit around here once in a while, but not what you would think.
He Marty, someone you've known all your
I've known him
life,
about
or?
6 years.
Oh. Um. Yeah. Favorite childhood memory?
Yeah, I remember going to jail Hudson's before it closed and getting rock candy. We'd skip a day of school, and I would go with my mother's friend and her daughter, and we'd go to Detroit and go to jail Hudson's, and it just seemed like it was a lot. We really looked forward to it, and it was like a big city and fun and nice.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Hmm. I I can remember my first trip driving through the United States was with the folks, and we drove down to Florida so many years ago. And I remember being fascinated by the uh, different states that we traveled through, and the um, amount of, it was just really impressed me the amount of time we spent on the
Yeah, you can
road.
drive a long ways in the States. Canada too, though.
Yeah,
You ever get
yeah.
across the top of Canada, like above Montana, North Dakota, Washington? You ever get out there?
I've been to Montana by mistake. We were driving in the Kananaskis Mountains one night at late, and we got lost, and we ended up in
Oh, okay.
Montana. But that's about my only brush with visiting
Did
Western
you ever
United
get up to
States.
Banff? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Beautiful up there.
yeah, it is. It's really nice. We decided that you take a gondola up. I think it's called Sulphur Mountain, I believe. And you take a gondola up, and then we decided that we would eat some hashish and walk down that day. So we did that, and it was an interesting walk, but the scenery there is just
Yeah, it is. The
breathtaking.
Canadian Rockies blow away the United States Rockies. Yeah,
Really?
beautiful. More beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I will. No.
So you've been to
Yeah,
Banff?
a bunch of times. Beautiful up there.
Yeah,
Well, I thought I'd
it
be
is,
taking it
yeah.
now, but I guess I'm going to take it in the fall. Probably head out to New
What's
Mexico.
that? Oh yeah. Have you been that
I
way
have,
before? I mean, you've visited quite a few states. Do you
I've
know
been in
how
all
many
of them.
states you visited?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, including Hawaii
Yeah.
and Alaska. Wow, that's that's great. Not too many people can say
Yeah,
that.
well, I've been everywhere in Alaska. Did you get up there yet?
No, no. Furthest north I've been is probably about 300 kilometers north of
Oh, okay.
Edmonton. That's probably the first on the globe, the most north I've ever been, which is not really that that far north, but it's enough to get a really good show of the northern lights. I'll
Oh,
tell
yeah,
you.
right. Yep. Heck yeah. Beautiful up there.
I learned to water ski in Red Deer, Alberta, and we spend when I was out working in Calgary, we spend our weekends in Red
Oh,
Deer
yeah,
for a
right.
while. And the Northern Lights there was really good show also.
Yeah, what's that town just south of Calgary? Let me look at this. I can't remember. It was a cool town. You look on here. I bet Lethbridge.
Oh, Lethbridge,
Yeah.
Alberta, yeah.
That's a great town too.
Yeah, it is. I got a few good memories from there. They make my favorite beer in Lethbridge called Pilsner.
Oh, no kidding. Even still?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get it
okay.
out here. It's not sold in Ontario. But Alberta, I spent quite a bit of time in Alberta, and it's interesting. In the winter, you get what they call a
Yeah.
Chinook wind. So you'll be in February, and you'll be in a t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah, it's interesting out there. I like that. They get those winds out in Montana too. Yeah, Chinook winds, yeah. How are those? Like, would you say Alberta's a good place to live?
Yeah, yeah. I'd live there again. I mean, why is there something in particular that
I always
you're
thought it'd
wondering?
be cool to live up in like one of those places. But
Yeah,
I don't know that much about it. But it just seems like it's kind of like less crime.
it is sort of like when I was out there, it was a lot of people from out east working because of it was hot for jobs at that point in time, and everybody was away. It seemed everybody was sort of away from home and really friendly. So I found Calgary to be one of the most friendly Canadian cities because of that reason. I had a great time when I was out there. My brother gave me his hard hat with his Union sticker on it, and told me to just show up early to pick a construction site. Show up early. Tell them you want as many hours as you can get, and that you work hard and you're never late, and you'll get the job. And I did right away, and it was lots of work. We worked sometimes till because the sun stayed out late. 9, 10 at night. We'd be out there, and I was doing something called lagging, and that's where you're in the ground digging for the underground parking or whatever. You're digging the basement to an apartment building. Well, one day we were one of the lags shifted, and soil started burying us, and we ended up getting buried to the waist by a cave-in, and it scared the shit right out of me. Because we didn't. Luckily, the backhoe was there, and he made a trench to help us out. But a few more inches, man, and that would have been. They say to be buried like to your neck is not good, healthy for you because it puts pressure on your internal organs. So, anyways, it's one of my memories I want to forget about. But the Stampede is a lot of fun.
It's a big deal up there, yeah. Did they quit that during COVID?
I don't know. I don't know what they did during COVID. I doubt it. They probably did some form of it and just kept their distance. But that's the singer Long John Baldry. He's a British guy that had a bunch of hits out. I met him during Stampede season years ago. No, not a really big thrill or anything. But yeah. So we I lost my place here. So New Mexico's next for your.
Yeah.
How's the Indian reserves out there?
Not good. A lot of alcoholism, party stores. Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna check it out. For some reason, there isn't too much interest on YouTube with Native Americans, but that's okay. I did that 3 years ago, this September, and nobody really watches those too much.
The interviews when you went west.
Yeah.
Dakota.
Yeah, Montana, yeah. Weird.
Well, yeah, a little tough to pick what people are going to find interesting and not.
Well, it's you could. It's pretty easy to predict. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to do that, and if I wanted to just do it that way, I would just go out and interview white, drug-addicted hookers.
Right.
It sucks that it's that way, but it is.
Everybody wants to see those videos.
Yeah.
There was I forget what the name of them was, but there was another channel that was doing prostitutes and rounders and drug people, and I think their videos are still up. From the tip of my tongue. Homeless in America or something.
Ones, yeah.
How do they get away with it?
I still think they do it.
They do.
Yeah, it's that guy. It's like a studio setup. He brings the people in.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
and have them sit and they'd be interviewed. They talk about drugs. They talk about everything.
Yeah, he's just probably not monetizing them,
Oh,
and some of
okay.
these channels do. I guess they get people to pay to watch their channel, and I never really checked into it.
They watch
Yeah,
their
like
channel.
they're like memberships or something like that. White underbelly.
Oh, okay.
Soft white underbelly. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, he's had some pretty interesting people
Yep.
too. But um, running out of questions here to ask you, Tom.
Let these stalkers up, man. See if they got enough balls to come on and talk to me face to face. I think
Yeah,
half these
okay.
guys, it's not really even the people. They're just using their name.
Could be. Could be. I mean, I hate using names. I don't want to use anybody's names of your haters, but there's um, a couple of them that go on and they get good money from begging for cash, and they get regulars that give them give them money.
That's right.
And it's obvious what they use it for because they're drug addicts.
There's
And
different schools of
yet,
thought on that. It's you know, if you're a guy and you know a working girl and she's got $100 a day habit and you give her $100 and she doesn't go out on the street, are you making her life safer? Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I found in thinking that way, you know, you don't know anything. I didn't know anything when you went out there. What I found is they'll take that $100 and they'll go out on the street too. It doesn't really work that way. You'd have to give them $500 to have them stay home because there's never enough.
Right. Yeah.
It's just the way it works.
Well,
I mean, just addiction, man. It's just, you know, it's the drug speaking. I mean, it controls everything. They turn into like, they know the way it usually runs is, you know, yeah, they want the clothes and the soup and a heater and a warm hat in the winter and all this stuff, right? And then as time goes on, you know, when that starts to get thin and you've been running into them for 5 years and nothing's changed, then it's time to pull the rehab card. Because you've got people that are trying to help you, and if you think they're really going to go to rehab, you don't know if they're going to go or not, so you want to help them. And then, like a perfect example is Sharon. Yeah, and then you just run that a couple of times, and then the kind of cash kind of ends. I think that kind of happened to Maddie. I mean, you know, I think her attractiveness waned, and that street walking, she lost her clientele, and before you know it, you do whatever you have to do. There was a time when Maddie was just up front and told you what she did, and it's because she got a lot of male customers. Well, that's kind of ended, and then it eventually turns into whatever it has to. You know, lying, faking rehab, whatever. I mean, you need this dope money. You don't really want to go to rehab, but you know the only way you're going to get any money on anybody, because you've strung them along for a couple of years, is to either con it out of them or fake a rehab. I mean, it's sad, sucks. I mean, you don't feel good when that happens to you when you think you're trying to help somebody. But it's just the drugs talking, man. I mean, I didn't know too much about heroin addiction at all. And I realized, man, that's true. It's the devil.
Yeah, it is the devil itself. And you can't be angry at the people
I know.
too long because they've fallen into something that's hard enough to control. I mean,
it'll control everything. And then there gets to a point where, I mean, it sucks that it's logical. When you get to a point where let's say as a female, as an example, and you get where you lose your looks. You got hepatitis. Maybe you're HIV positive. You've ostracized everybody that's been close to you. You've ripped everybody off and conned them out of every last dime they had. You can't get male clients anymore. No one's going to hire. There gets to a point, and I wouldn't wish this for anybody, where the mountain to climb back to get where you were before you tried drugs is damn near impossible. And even in defense of Becky, I kind of get what she says, even though I never really would agree with it. And she says that she's just going to die out there being a drug addicted prostitute, and she doesn't want to be a soccer mom. She doesn't want to work at a job 8 to 5 and pay $200 a month for cable TV. She knows where she's at, and she's never going to put in the effort to get out of there. And it's going to end this way. And I kind of get that, because, you know, rehab sounds good, but there is a point in everybody's life where you're at the point of no return. You know, you go from like being a strung out, drug addicted prostitute to working at a dollar store like a slave, struggling in a different kind of way, minus the drugs. You're not even to numb yourself anymore. 35 years, you know, trying to come up with rent every month, working it, but you're telling everybody you're drug free now and just as miserable as you were before, minus the high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, Raven was a sweet girl, really nice person. Raven.
Which one?
You know, Raven was molested by her stepdad or foster parents the whole way down the road. You know, I mean, there's an example how, you know, like, you know, your life goes to hell in chunks. It's not subtle. You know, she got in a car accident, lost her front teeth. They don't want girls dancing with missing teeth. Before you know it, by that time you've developed a drug habit, and you're out there hustling, and it just comes unraveled, and it goes from making men using protection to making them not. And before you know it, you're 30 years old with all sorts of health complications, and you don't even go places where you can get medical treatment because in your own mind, you're too far gone.
Yeah, I mean, that's scary.
Yeah, I think it's scary.
Before you know it, these things are happening
Yeah,
to you,
sure
you know?
is, yeah, I think so too.
Reagan was hit by a car. Did the person stick around, or was it a
hit and run?
And you don't know if it was a vendetta
I
or
don't think so.
like that?
I've talked to her family since, and basically when they figure out, you know, they knew who Raven was by, you know, working that area. And once they find out that you're a drug addicted prostitute, I don't think they spend 10 minutes trying to find the culprit. Yeah, that's the way it is, though. Same with Angel and Monica, all of them. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, Ben, but it's, you know, it's not just there; it's everywhere. I'm sure Toronto's got a section like that, don't they?
Oh yeah. There's a few places in Toronto where it's down and out. And where it's a little rougher, where you don't want to be at nighttime. Green and Finch is one. You don't want to be hanging out there. A lot of shootings.
Oh, okay.
The subways are getting bad. Up here, they're getting so that you have to be careful. They put cameras and everything now. Buses and subways.
Even in Canada, huh? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Would you say your drug problem is like a big problem?
Well,
Hey, Penny.
I think if it's any drug problem, there's a problem.
But I mean, like you see in
It's-
Detroit.
No, nowhere near as
Okay.
close. I don't think it's like Detroit or California. San Francisco's pretty
Oh,
bad
okay.
now. Is it
Yeah.
not?
San Francisco's wrecked. Yep.
But I think there's like every city. Toronto has some terrible things that happen every once in a while. But on the whole, it's not a bad place. It's not a bad city to live. I mean, I would take it over living in Detroit because of the crime is
Yeah.
a big one.
Yeah. It'll take a wrecking area, that's for sure. Well, are your penalties stricter over there or not?
It's the same as it's going to be depending on what you're talking about, what the infraction was, what your crime was, but it's similar to you guys. I'm pretty sure for most things because um, it's just the nature of the beast. I think that um, I don't like I can't see them using your any legal precedents up here. I don't think that I don't know much about the law, but I don't think that's would that be doable? Could you use a United States precedent in a case? In, it's a different, completely different law legal system, right? So, yeah, I mean, times are changing, and we change with it, and I think that um, I think the crimes are get a lot of times the crimes are getting more shocking.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yep.
You're hearing more and more. I don't know if it's because we have a certain amount of our media is faster now, and we're getting it from all the far reaches of the globe, uh, all of these different news, and I think that on a whole, uh, like some of the crimes that you're hearing about, I think it's because you're able to hear about them that they are so shocking. Like you got that girl who wanted to put a hit out on her own son, a 10-year-old son or something like that. Did you hear about that? She went to the dark web and she found a guy, which turned out to be a good Samaritan, anyways. And the guy apparently works with the law and has shut down quite a few uh, attempted murder attempts through this website of his. And he established that a good number of people that do reach out to his website, which is titled, I think, something like "Do you want someone killed?"
Oh, okay.
And are hoaxes a lot of the time. People that come onto his website and ask for help in killing someone. But he's also called the law quite a few times and gotten people shut down through this.
Oh, all right.
So if you are looking to get someone killed, that's not the way to go.
That's right. Take notes. Hey, Mark, they want you to drop the link.
Someone wants to come up?
Rita, why don't you come up?
Surely.
Can you drop one? Yeah, there you go.
Yes. Um, and don't get me started about the guns and the shooting. I
No,
mean,
like that over here too.
crazy meets gun lately
Come on
has
up, Penny.
been. Penny's coming
I
up.
hope she does. Yeah. You know, you guys can put a. Hey, Conan, how are you? Conan, why don't you come up and visit? Shut up, Chaos. Penny could come up. Rita could come up. It's unbelievable that people don't want to come up, isn't it, Mark?
Mm,
Yeah.
I know. Ask me, and I'm
Yeah.
up right away.
I don't know why. Some people, I guess, are just camera shy, and
Natural hams.
These other people aren't who they say they are. That's why they're not coming up.
Maybe.
Look at this Nitty's baby chaos, couple of pussies. Frederick, why don't you come up? Terry Hoff. He'd never have enough guts to come up either. Come on, Terry, come up. I hope you're at your house too. We can see a dump you live in.
Come on up, Terry.
Come on, Nettie, just get that can of cockroach spray and spray it around for 5 minutes, then come up.
Which one is
He's another
Nitty?
guy down there. He was the guy that was always going in Maddie and Gerald's house when they were gone.
Going in their
Another
house.
bando looking around through their shit. Another weirdo. He's a poster
Wow.
child for why people don't want to live in Detroit. Yeah, big
Really?
time. It's not because he's black either. Of course, he'd sue you for that if he could. It's just because he's a crook with a low IQ that's never worked a day in his life. He's too big a pussy to come up here and talk to me face to face. So is Chaos. These guys have no guts. They sit and type behind a keyboard. And at least you know that now. These guys never will come up and talk to me face to face. So remember that when you see them, Mark. If you have future chats with other people, just get rid of their dumb ass early.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm not so great at remembering a lot of the names, so.
People that are coming on that are watching, they'll help you remember. Yeah, they'll never do it.
Frank Nitty, that's the guy that was on that one time Bob
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Small time drug dealer, picks up pop cans in between $10 dope deals.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, just not happening. I thought Lamar was going to come on for a while.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Why don't you come up and say hi, Edley? I wanted to mention something to you. Here's satellite now. Now, we had a joke where we say when we're saying goodbye to a person, we say rest.
Yeah, I
in
never
peace.
really understood that. I think it's stupid.
It's totally ridiculous because you don't say.
Say, like, man, how you doing?
Hey, man.
You don't say see you later, rest in peace. I
It
said
doesn't
like
make any
man.
sense to me. I mean, they're dead. They're dead.
Hey, Mark.
How's Mrs. Satellite Man?
She's in the bed resting. She's doing okay.
Yeah, good.
What?
Yeah. Go ahead.
You're in Georgia, aren't you, Satellite Man?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
northwest.
Did you get any of that bad those thunderstorms?
Oh God, yes. So yesterday we had a gym where you work out,
Yeah.
concrete building, and it blew the whole back wall out. All you could see was weights.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, we've had a couple of little ones. They never really materialized like I thought they were gonna.
Storms on a whole have gotten more severe up here. Like we get these pockets of thunderstorms
Yeah.
coming through, and they're like hard, heavy rain, like and big bolts of thunder and lightning. We had a tornado the other day in Alberta, and it was a record for us
Yeah. Well,
for the size of
warmer,
it.
warmer
It was something
temperatures.
like, yeah, the global
Yeah.
warming, eh? It was like something ridiculous, like 3 kilometers
Yeah.
wide. That's
Yeah, it
fucking
is.
huge for a tornado. That's
Yeah.
scary stuff.
I think it is. How's your channel
Yeah.
going, Satellite Man? You building it up?
I'm looking for a way to type a message.
Now, can he type a message when he's? I don't think he can when he's up, is he, Mark?
I don't think it's possible for when you're a guest
Okay.
on Restream. I don't think you're able to do that. You have to open a separate YouTube window and do it there, but you have to be careful to turn the audio off.
The other night, the problem I was having was I was trying to do it from my cell phone,
Yeah.
and tonight I'm using my laptop and it's working.
Yeah, it works better. Yeah.
Anyway, hey Rita, hey everybody.
How far are you from
Yeah.
Atlanta?
Roughly 80 miles.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I'm 80 miles straight east.
Yeah, I'm
I went through a mill up there. What was the name of that place? Lindell Mill. You ever hear of that?
here in Rome.
It's not far from there, I don't think.
Yeah, I remember they tore it
Lindell
down.
Mill. Yeah, they made textiles.
Yeah, they did. It was a cotton warehouse or cotton.
Big, huge building.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
as a young man, I worked there.
Yeah, I went in there and videotaped that one time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 years ago before they tore it down. They had that.
Oh,
They put
man.
that big Star of David during the holidays.
Yeah.
Christmas lights on it. Hey, Natasha wants a link to Satellite Man's channel. Can you do that, Mark?
Yes. Just give me a second, Natasha. And wants to come up. Ace, I think I remember as being
Chris.
Chris Leclerc.
Ron Jeremy.
Ron the Hedgehog Jeremy himself.
Why you call me Ron Jeremy? Being funny?
Well, there is a resemblance.
Oh,
There's a resemblance to you and Ron
there's no
Jeremy.
way I look like him.
How's Debbie?
Jeff, good. How are you?
Good. Good.
Okay,
Hot there
so
again today?
a link.
What's that?
Was it hot there again today?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was cool. It was 5 degrees cooler, but you'd never know it by going outside.
Right.
Yeah.
How you doing, Mark?
Okay.
That's good.
Just getting a link for Satellite Man's channel.
How's your interview going with Tom?
Good.
You join Satellite Man's channel too, Chris. He's trying to build up subscribers.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you should join, Chris. He's got some excellent photos and videos.
Okay, I'll subscribe. That's fine.
Did you get that hot weather today, Chris?
No, it was actually a lot. It was actually a lot nicer here today. Like
Oh, good for
80s,
you.
80s here. a lot cooler for sure.
Hey, Natasha's got a song request next time you do it, Mark.
Oh, okay. Which one,
The Piano
Natasha?
Has Been Drinking by Tom Waits.
What's up with these YouTube channels, Tom? I noticed you got some of them. They're asking you to join. What does that mean?
Well,
I would never.
well, what happened is they probably were people that depended on the income, and
Okay.
YouTube just started, unsubscribing people, not promoting their videos. YouTube's trying to push people to get subscribers to pay them instead of YouTube.
Because I'm surprised on yours you don't have a joint account on yours where someone has to pay a subscription.
No, I'd never do that, man. They try to get you to do it, though. They're always telling you should promote it. I mean, this shit isn't worth paying for.
Because they make money on it.
This isn't worth paying for.
Why? Why would you pay for something this anyway?
I just don't think it's worth it.
It's not.
Like I talked REED into doing some sex videos.
Yeah.
Would you pay for those?
Well, I don't know, but why would you pay? Why would you pay for content of people filming Branson, Missouri? Why would you pay money to see that?
I agree.
You know,
that's why I never did it.
Yeah.
I think it's stupid. Good. If you've got some really fantastic stuff, like of, I think for somebody to pay, what I think it happens to, like, say there's some girl on here you find attractive and she's got a rocking body and she's, trying to build a channel. You're likely to maybe send her $10 a month because you think she's cute and maybe someday you'll meet her. But for the average old Joe, I just don't see how you could come up with content on a regular basis worth
to really
paying for.
A good way to build your channel is unboxing stuff. Like there's a lot of people in the vinyl community on YouTube that will unbox movies, records, and stuff like that. That's a big thing on here. Unboxing.
Yeah, that doesn't interest me.
Well, no, not you, but other people. Right,
yeah, no, I know unboxing. Yeah, unboxing,
and it's really pretty popular on here.
Yeah, just you got to go with. I mean, I'd never have this many videos up if I didn't like what I was doing. And once you start whoring yourself out like that, they'll have you doing all sorts of crazy shit, chopping off one of your fingers for 1 million views or something. I mean, it's just nuts. Everybody on YouTube is just like these stalkers, like this Chaos and this Nitty. They'd suck a donkey dick for 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll go, there's no limit to how low they'll go.
Right.
They don't have channels, either one of them, that do shit. They never will. And they get pissed off at people that do. They're too dumb to come up with any original content.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, there's Satellite Man's link, everybody.
He does have mental issues, don't you, Chris?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, not mental. Because, yeah, I guess I do.
Yeah, I got him too. Don't feel we're not embarrassed about him.
Mine's pretty normal.
Shannon, you got him too, which is why all your emails to me go in a spam folder. You got nothing else to do but send emails to people that they never respond. You just don't get it.
I'm proud to say
this one guy has a YouTube channel on here. He goes down to Kensington, Philadelphia, where the open drug market is, and all of his videos are all about that. And it's like, dude, it's like, get tired of seeing that shit all the damn time. Do something else. It's like these people are just doing it for the money. You know what I mean? And, I don't know.
Watch Shannon Raymore's channel, who has no videos. None. Get lost if you don't like it, Shannon.
Yeah.
When you don't respond to their emails, now they'll start coming on chats.
Yeah. I'm coming in.
Can you come on a little bit?
I can stand in here too, then you're gonna stand.
God, you stupid Shannon. Hey Chris, how you doing?
Chris, don't. Everywhere I gotta be, that's right. Hello.
How you doing, Debbie?
Hey.
Really good. Chris follows me everywhere I go.
Yeah, you said that before.
Try to get quiet.
It's not
Try to
true.
get a phone.
Chris,
Be
quit
quiet.
stalking Debbie.
Phone's in the bathroom.
Quit stalking Debbie.
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna tell my wife I'm on
It's hard,
TV.
it's hard to,
All right. Did you subscribe to Satellite
not to
Man?
do
Did everybody subscribe to Satellite Man's channel? I'll put the link up one more time.
Now, when somebody is on the chat and they click on that, does it take them out of it?
Yeah, takes them over to the channel.
Then they just got to sign back on their own?
Look at this. Look at my collection.
They want to press
Oh, look at that
reverse
collection, Chris.
and bring it back.
Wow.
Yeah. How many CDs do you have again, Chris?
Like 1,200.
Debbie says you don't even listen to them all. He feels good about it.
I
He looks
do.
over there and it gives him a good feeling. Doesn't it, Chris?
Gotta enjoy life sometimes, right?
Yeah, I don't blame you.
You only live once,
That's what I say.
you know. You only
Yeah.
you know. You could be
You
here
listen-
and gone. You could be here and gone.
Would you say you listen to those, Chris? All of them?
Oh yeah, I'm on my computer. Yeah. Most,
Oh, okay.
I only like I said, I only like certain songs and certain albums. I don't like every song.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah. Yep.
So I have a question. What do you think about people that are? What do you think about people that are still living at home with their?
With their parents?
Yeah, when they're I have a friend who was like in his 30s and 40s that lives with his parents and he pays no rent. What do you think about people like that?
Well, Shannon, maybe you could
You
answer
think
that.
people like that?
Shannon Raymore does that too.
You think parents should kick their kids out when they're 18 or let them live there as long as they want?
Yeah, I say kick them out. Make them grow up.
I left when I was
I did
18.
too.
Yeah.
Satellite Man probably went to take a shot in a beer. He just can't believe he's on here.
Could be.
How's the weather by you, Mark?
I think it's good. It's okay.
You been doing any music lately?
Yeah, I was practicing earlier today,
Oh, okay.
and I have a rehearsal with my local band tomorrow.
Oh, have you spoken to Bimbo?
Bimbo's on the road still, I think.
Oh, okay. He's over. He's visiting.
She drove up to Georgia.
Does she have a car? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, she decided to go and do a little visiting in Georgia.
Okay.
She over to Jen and Chris's house.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So,
And they did a live from their house. a few
when you're
days
on this
ago.
restream, is that showing up on YouTube too? Oh, it is.
Yep. Yeah, we're live on YouTube right now. Restream doesn't, it's just the platform, so it doesn't make a difference as far as it still
So
presents
do you still
itself
have
on
the same
YouTube.
moderators then?
Yes.
What do you just have a
YouTube.
policy? You don't ban these assholes and you just let them stay for the whole 2 hours insulting people?
No, not at all.
It shows
In
up on my
fact,
65 inch. It shows up on my 65 inch TV.
on the contrary, Tom, usually it's taken care of right away. My mom-
Shannon Raymore has been nothing but ragging Chris since he came on.
Chris Botalk or Chris?
Case.
Okay, well, somebody do something about if she's insulting somebody else here on the channel, then there's no place
Yeah, that's what I said.
for her.
What's the name? I'll zap her.
Yeah, get rid of this Shannon Raymore.
You guys can call me a pest. That's my nickname, Pest.
No, we don't think you're a pest. Bye-bye, Shannon. Anytime. You're welcome. And these damn Nitty and this other idiot too. They'll shut up now.
Well, I want to see. I'm trying.
Yeah, they're supposed to ask like.
When you block somebody, does that mean it's permanently once you block them?
Well, yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because he's just trying to come on.
People
I don't
need to
care
stop
about it. I'm
harassing
used to
Tom
it,
and leave.
but he's not used to that kind of stuff, you know. Bye, Shannon. Bye. Rocky, bye-bye. You're welcome.
People need to stop harassing Tom. I'm getting
Yeah,
tired of people harassing
Yeah,
Tom.
they really do. But there's been a bunch of them on here from the second we came on all the way up till now. But I just thought that maybe on this.
Really?
Yeah, I always thought on this thing, maybe they're just, you told the moderators don't get rid of anybody.
No, I told the moderator of the last time what we were doing was insulting back anybody that comes on here and is causing trouble. We're to
You don't think
insult
it's
them
you don't think
back.
it's artificial intelligence, or you think it's real people?
It's real people. Trouble.
It's real people
Is that
doing that.
artificial?
Yeah. I mean, I think LA is a moderator, isn't she?
Yeah, I
LA,
think
get rid of
so.
these motherfuckers.
Should be.
Well, I don't understand moderator. Is it Mark the moderator right now?
No, there's other ones on there, but see, on my end, you can't tell who it is.
But right
No,
now,
you can't hear.
I don't understand because this is Mark's show, so I don't understand how. You know what I mean? How these people are just invited.
They're not. They're just coming on YouTube on a chat, but he's looking at his own questions.
Oh,
He
okay.
can't see everything. Yeah, it gets annoying. Get rid of him.
Oh, okay.
He can't see all the stupid questions they're posting.
Now I know how to do it
okay.
on the phone. You just click on their name, but
See, but I don't think you can do it now that you're up on the chat, can you, Mark?
No, I don't think
that's not
so.
working.
Okay. Well, they're shutting up now, so finally, at least they know they're going to be kicked off, and they won't just keep asking stupid, childish questions for 2 hours straight. Yeah. I'm trying to help them, Stephanie.
What kind of
All right,
questions
guys.
are they asking?
They're just asking
What kind of
stupid
questions?
stuff. They shut their ass up now, though, didn't they? Yeah, you
Yeah.
get your hand off that mouse
No.
and shut the hell up.
You-
Yeah, good. Yeah, I wish we,
You
and
go,
they,
Mark.
and, you know, we tried to get them up. I'd even have more respect for them if they came up and could ask me face to face.
Yeah, I mean, that's how
They
it
don't,
should be.
But
Instead of just very cheap little comments from the side chat.
I mean, I can see him, you know, I catch a lot of this all the time. But Chris, he doesn't ever talk bad about anybody. He doesn't deserve any of that kind of stuff. You know?
No, not at
Yeah,
all.
you're right, Natasha. It's true. Oh, they're gone. Good job, Penny. Thank you. Bye, guys. I'm going to miss you. Yeah. Stephanie, you want to come up, babe? You know how to do it. Everybody says Stephanie has an
Oh,
infectious
so
laugh.
basically, if you're not subscribed,
What's that? What'd you say, Chris?
You're cut out, Chris.
so you don't have to be subscribed to someone's channel. You'll still see it on YouTube.
Right. You will. Yep. Yeah, they are. Yep.
Oh, okay.
You know,
But if you get the
your camera isn't as clear as it usually is.
I'm on my phone. That's
Who's
why.
Chris's? Oh,
Yeah. It's a little pixely. I don't care. I mean, I can hear you okay.
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Oh, you are?
That's why.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
hey Tom, remember you were looking after that dog under the house?
Yeah,
The puppies under the. When did they ever get
Yeah, that's a
adopted?
good question. You know, what happened is, you know, Blue Malibu set that up and
Good.
put a link so Stephanie can come up.
But anyway.
Blue Malibu set it up, and I just, you know, I didn't want to be. I worked at one of those dog shelter things before, rescues, and you know, you're busting
Yeah.
your ass constantly. You're always behind. You know, you're trying to appease the people that are donating, and it's just another burden to like let people know that bring dogs in how they're doing. They really don't have time for it. So when I was there, it's like, hey, they said, well, we'll let you know how they're doing. It's like, you don't need to
I'll
do
see
that because I've been there before.
you later. Have a good night.
Good night, Chris. So I don't know
Yep.
what happened to him because I told them you don't need to call me. I don't know if they would have. I wanted to relieve them of that extra BS in a stressful, always behind environment.
Right.
So I don't know. I just hope for that. I felt that when they went there, they were in a 10 times better place than where I took them from. So, I mean,
Good.
I wasn't going to worry about it. You'll drive yourself nuts. And I didn't want to set myself up to thinking I was going to know this and then being mad because they didn't let me know, even though they were busy. I don't know what happened to them. I'm telling you, those places like that, man, I mean, that is a daily grind, buddy. I'm glad that Blue did all that follow-up work to make that happen. I just think they had to be better than they were doing. Both the little puppies had parvo. They wouldn't have been around long anyway. And the mom, she had some health problems. I don't know. I just would like to believe everything worked out without verifying it,
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it did. I mean, people are good usually, and they do the right thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
well, it's nice of Blue to
she's
do
real
that.
good. That stuff follows up, doesn't quit.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at that. Then I'll leave a few messages if I don't hear from them. I figure I'm never going to hear from them again. She lined me up with the helicopter convention too. Yeah.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Yeah. Put another link up. I think Stephanie was going to come up.
Oh yeah. All
We
right.
got a new string bikini. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
This is a good signal. Like you can put your cursor up here. It shows that I've got a 10 by 10. Yeah.
A 10 by 10.
10 by 10 signal, the best signal I could have.
Oh, okay.
Did you put that link up? Okay.
I'm working on it.
Come on, Stephanie. See, she wants to come up, Mark. Gotta be gentle.
Okay.
Come on.
You got
Coming,
it.
Stephanie.
It's coming.
I'm surprised somebody's giving me hell about my Jets cap.
Oh, isn't that where Aaron Rodgers is playing now?
Yeah, he's going to be our quarterback this year.
I can't believe it. They're paying him.
I'm sure they paid him a pretty penny.
Yeah, $51 million.
Wow.
It's crazy what these guys get paid.
I know. He's older now, but hopefully he'll bring more wisdom than anything.
Yeah.
Last year it was funny because we beat the Packers with him the quarterback. So
Yeah, I know.
And
Do you think the Stetson Bennett's going to do anything?
maybe
I hope
they
he
had
does.
some pretty good draft picks. So
Yeah. Jabo's a football fan. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Loves those Jets.
yeah, me it's more of a nostalgia thing. Being a little boy watching old Joe throw that ball.
Yeah. Yep. Man, what do you think? Isn't that Mark? You follow sports at all? Man,
Yeah.
see how ESPN laid off all these people?
No, I didn't.
All the
They
big
did.
shots. And they were good too. Now it's just I don't even know anybody on there hardly. Yeah.
Really? Did they give a reason?
Yeah,
Here's
they couldn't
Stephanie
afford it
now.
anymore. Crazy. You got to think, when you're dragging around all those camera crews to those games and setting up, geez, I can believe it's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must be. But again, the advertising for these events
Yeah,
are
true.
big. There's a big money being thrown around.
Yep.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
How are you guys?
Good. How you feeling tonight?
Oh, I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay. I'm surrounded by all these handsome guys.
Uh,
It's been a long time.
yeah. Hey, Stephanie's always in a good mood.
I'm always in a good mood. Yes, I always am.
You getting that hot weather out there, Stephanie?
Oh, Tom, it's terrible. I've been running my air conditioner every day. It's still 82 degrees right now, and
Inside?
it's 8:30 at night. No, outside.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy for out there.
Yeah, I went. My sister took me shopping today, and oh man, when it's that hot, it's hard to breathe outside.
Yeah, it is.
Ugh. But I mean,
It is.
yeah.
I hate it when it's that hot.
Mm, me too. I want our rain back.
Yeah, we got some rain. Not crazy amounts, but better than nothing.
Yes, I love Seattle rain. Oh, I can't wait.
You know,
Except,
it used to rain out there a lot. Has that changed over the years?
yeah, it's the weather. I mean, the weather is changing. We never used to get hot summers like this, Tom, in Seattle. No. Um, and our winters are, no, we still get the rain in the winter. But these hot summers, I don't ever remember such hot summers.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, global warming. I mean, it's true.
No, yeah, I believe there's some kind of global stuff going on. That's for sure.
Yeah, I do too.
Yep.
You can't deny it's getting warmer.
Oh yeah.
They say next year is going to be even hotter around the
Oh,
globe. We're breaking global records right now, but they say next year is going to be smash those records.
Hey, Mark, was I hearing on the news
God,
Canada?
and we're supposed to have an El Nino this year too.
Yeah, well, it's definitely getting warmer. It's hot down here, although it was always kind of hot down in Georgia, but not as hot as it's been. Last summer was a broiler too.
Yeah, it was.
yeah, here too. It was too. I'm just thankful I have my air conditioner.
Oh, you better believe it. How could you sleep without one?
No, I don't know. I don't know what people do.
See, it's 84 here.
Oh yeah, see, it's still, yeah, it's hot there too.
Oh, wait, maybe it's not spinning. Maybe it's going to update. It's supposed to be, what is it, about midnight? It's supposed to only be 75, but I'll wait till it updates.
73
Oh, it's
here.
74. It's 74. Cooled down.
Oh
I'll tell you
yeah.
the pollen down here, though. You know, I started taking a Claritin 24-hour, and I take another one too, 24-hour. And man, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm on my fourth day. Take them both. The pollen around here is just killer.
Yeah.
We went back to the pond, just a big, even this late in the year, just a big line of green pollen all over the top of the water.
I got something I can't figure out for the life of me what it is, but every once in a while I'll get runny eyes, runny nose, and a tickle at the back of my throat. It just drives me nuts for a couple of days.
Yeah, if I had to guess, pine pollen. Yeah.
Yeah, pine
Take a
pollen, could be.
24-hour Claritin or let me look at this other one I got because I'm taking two of them.
Reaction.
Allegra. Yeah, I take
Allegra?
Allegra 24-hour and a Claritin 24-hour. I take them both. You know, that stuff's kind of expensive.
Oh, it is expensive, Tom. It's like, isn't it like $25 for a box?
Yeah, and it's not even that. It's not a month's worth.
No, I know.
But I
No.
take each one in
Oh,
the morning with a big glass of water, and I feel a hell of a lot better.
yeah, I buy the generic ones.
I'm gonna have to look into
Yeah,
this.
try it. It'll help you out a lot. At least through that time, you know, when you're getting it, and you don't feel like doing anything. You're tired.
Yeah, No, it works. I mean, I have that too. I have that sneezing. I'll wake up in the morning and just keep sneezing.
Yep, that's it. Yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Try it, Mark. Just get a
I
week.
will.
Get like a. You can get like a week supply of each. You take it, and like the
Yeah.
second day, you'll lose all that's gone. And I like you clear your throat too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
And then it's but what drives me cuckoo is the runny
Yeah.
eyes and nose.
It does drive you cuckoo.
It does.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I don't get the ones with the ephedrine in them. I get the 24-hour non-drowsy, but they're not the ones that are a stimulant to keep you from sleeping. They don't. It's not the D,
Oh,
the
yeah.
decongestant one. No,
Yeah.
don't get that one. You'll have if it's a 24-hour one. The way that works, it's a coated tablet that keeps dissolving over time. But if you've got the D,
Right.
shit, man, you're getting a stimulant the whole 24 hours. You can't sleep for shit.
But it's what is it? Oh man.
Epinephrine?
Yeah. Is it that
No,
stuff?
this is two different kinds of like one's I think loratadine, and the other one's something else. For like,
Oh,
They
okay.
work good for me. I've tried the other ones before, and Zyrtec D. See the D. I used to take the D because you're groggy, your eyes are itching, you want more energy. But man,
Yeah.
it's the first time I've tried not the D, and I got a lot more energy without having the problem about falling asleep.
I
I
started
mean, staying
taking,
awake.
I
You got
started taking that when Flonase first came out. My doctor gave me it, and it worked real good, but it would make me so drowsy.
oh, would it
Yeah,
really?
some of that stuff does make you sleepy.
Yeah.
I know people that take Benadryl so they can sleep at night.
Yeah, they've got some pretty good studies on long-term use of Benadryl for sleep causes dementia.
Really?
Oh yeah, I know that
Yeah.
stuff isn't good. I know, but then you know what, Tom? If I get dementia, so what?
Yeah. Yeah. How you get these little quizzes on YouTube, like you guess what it is,
Yeah.
and they guessed what percentage of people over 65 have dementia.
Uh-huh.
And I got it wrong. I thought it was 3%. It's actually 10%.
Is it?
Yeah, I thought that was kind of high.
It's pretty
Yeah, I feel like I have it sometimes.
Right.
I can't remember shit.
No, I know. But I think
Oh,
they say when you have dementia, it's not like you can't find your keys, that you don't remember you drove there.
yeah.
It's
right.
like major
Yeah.
extreme. I hope I don't get that stuff.
No, I know. I'm lucky. No one in our family. Well, actually, my grandma. We thought she had it a little bit, but I've never had anyone in my family have dementia. Real bad dementia. So.
Oh, good. There goes all your vacations if you get it. It's a big waste of time.
That's right.
I mean, that kind of sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, your
Yeah,
memory's wiped out?
Yeah.
My grandmother, she passed away from Alzheimer's, and it was horrible.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's not a. That's not a. I've watched videos on Alzheimer's. That's not good.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
sad.
J-Bo's not for it. Yeah, you don't have it, J-Bo. Yeah.
That's, it's funny. Some people, you start talking about symptoms and people all of a sudden start to have those symptoms.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because,
I know. You read. That's like Googling it. Googling some disease, and you're going, "Oh my God, I have that."
Yeah, I know.
oh my God, oh my God,
Yeah.
oh my God, oh my God.
I know. Oh, I don't Google it. I don't. If I got a pain, I don't Google it.
I don't blame you.
Oh, not
No, you can. You think you have it?
oh, I know. It's crazy.
Most of the time when I look on there, though, and I read something, it's I feel better that I read it. It wasn't what I thought, I do know two guys that died though, that relatively young ages, 30s
Uh-huh.
and 40s, and they Googled it, and I was talking to them. It's like, man, I think I got this shit. It's like, I don't think you do. You know, they were going through a period in their life where they didn't have medical insurance. You don't want
Oh,
them to feel
no.
bad. Sure enough, both of them died. Both weird kind of cancers.
Oh, man.
Yeah, one had like kind of a liver cancer, and the other one had some kind of a kidney cancer. Yeah. No, you're right about that, Chris. That's weird, isn't it? Nicotine and stress reduce the risk of cognitive decline.
No, it
Wow.
don't.
Next time you're freaking out over something, everybody tells you to quit worrying. It's not all bad.
I have to go and get one of those tests where they put it in your butt and take a picture. What's it called again? Colonoscopy,
No,
I think.
that's a good one to get though, because that's totally preventable.
Yeah.
If they catch something, you
Yeah.
mean?
The first one
You
I
had
had,
one before?
No, I've had the other side done. I've had it shoved down my
Yeah.
throat.
endoscopy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. That was not pleasant at all. They say they put you to sleep, but that you're in half a sleep sort of stage, so that you're
It's called
still
twilight
aware.
sedation.
But it's like, yeah, it is like that, like a twilight. And they speak when anybody speaks to you. It's like they're calling you
No,
from
you
down
can't
the
when you're out.
hall.
You can't hear that when they're doing when you're getting it.
When I had it, I heard them say, "Just swallow it. Just swallow it."
Hey, Frederick wants to come up. Can you give him a link?
Yeah, yeah. Meaning the camera, because the camera feels like it's the size of a garden hose to start with that endoscopy. I shouldn't be. I don't want to scare anybody away from getting it done. It's a very important procedure, and if you need one, get it done.
Oh, my original. That's a good question. I don't really know it. It's my dad. He had it changed. Yeah, I wish I could tell you it was like 14 syllables. I didn't blame him. Hard to pronounce. He just changed it. Yeah, there you go. Margaret can come up. She's in Australia. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. She used to live in Flint. Yep,
Wow.
she's got out of there.
Have you been to Australia?
No, I
Tom?
have not. Nope. I'll probably never make it there.
How about you, Stephanie?
I'd like to go. They got a lot of birds there. Watch the birds.
Yeah. Exotic.
Yeah. New Zealand. Yeah,
Exotic
New Zealand
animals.
too, yeah. I think Frederick should be able to get on there. Frederick, you can click on that link. You should be able to get on with your phone. It's just all, kind of automated.
Just click on the link, Frederick, and and follow the instructions.
Yeah, I'm on my phone. It works just fine.
Oh, good. Good. Great.
Yeah.
Cool. Jabo, you can come up too. Conan. She's up in Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good, Conan. That's good. Yeah, they can test you for all this. If you were going to get it, though, I'd rather just wait to see if I get it rather than if they said I was going to get it and I hadn't had it yet. I'd forget to go to the test because I already had it.
You talking about the colonoscopy?
Yeah. I've had a bunch of colonoscopies.
I'm not looking forward to it, but isn't that bad? Are they
Well,
really-
I don't know. That was the worst thing I ever went through.
What's that?
That colonoscopy thing.
Why?
Oh my God. Well, you know what? Mine was an emergency because I went to the bathroom and I saw blood. Okay.
Yeah.
So I go to the
Hemorrhoids.
emergency. I go to the emergency room and they act like I'm freaking dying. And so they check me in there and I have to drink this. I have to drink this big giant gallon of this stuff to clean me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Coli,
oh my
yeah.
God. Tom, it was the worst thing I ever went through. I had crap everywhere. I mean, it was the worst thing ever.
Wow.
Oh my God.
What'd they see up there?
I'll scare people. What?
You didn't have colon cancer though.
No, I was okay. But that was the worst thing I ever went through.
Yeah.
Oh, and what happened too, Tom? What happened, guys, is I didn't drink all the stuff, so I had to stay in the hospital another day and drink all of that stuff.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God. To
Why?
clean me out, I guess.
Stephanie had a T-bone before she went to her appointment.
It was horrible, Tom. I couldn't make it to the stupid. They had a potty chair next to me, and oh my God,
That's okay.
it was
They're used
awful.
to it. It's a medical procedure.
Oh,
Wasn't like
I
you were on
know,
your
but
Match.com date.
oh, it was awful.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need one of those again ever. So,
You get one like every 5 years or something like that.
oh well, not me. I'm not. No way.
You know, sometimes like I got one at U of M, University of Michigan. They said that they noticed these like polyps, and I needed to get one like in 4 years instead of 10. And they take these biopsies and blah blah blah. So I ended up waiting another year because I was getting on Medicare, so I got it in 5 years instead of 4. They give me one. There's no polyps, none, and they said I don't need to come back for 10 years. And I'm just wondering because I used to get them when I should. I just wonder if U of M, man, it's like, I mean, how could it be that different? And I never had these polyps before that time. Just wonder if I was getting ripped off there. They're just trying to, if you're a hospital and you got everybody coming back in less than half the time, just think on how much money you'd be making.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Oh,
They
yeah.
also don't think they'd be lying about polyps, so I'm not sure. Yeah.
No, it wouldn't be.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I do remember those
Right.
days, Frederick.
Was it like that where you were at, Satellite Man?
When I was in school, yeah, there was no air conditioning.
Wow. Isn't Rome, Georgia famous for something?
Yes, Woodrow Wilson's wife is buried here.
Oh, okay. I thought they did something else too there. You should get one, Cole.
Woodrow Wilson's wife is buried there.
Yeah, Woodrow Wilson's wife.
Woodrow Wilson was the president of the United States,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, was she from there?
I believe so. I've seen some historic photos of he rode a train bringing her coffin down, and there were some surviving photos of the train and part of the funeral service.
Oh, wow.
Can you all hear music coming from somewhere?
No, not here.
No, I
I
don't hear it.
did, but I had another window open. I had to shut it.
No, I don't hear it. I don't hear it.
They're having the church next door. They're having a concert of some rock concert of some sort, and it's coming through the church right
Oh, no, I
into
don't
my
hear
home.
No.
What is it, Greek Orthodox?
No, they're Anglican.
Hey, Satellite Man, you drink coffee before you go to bed?
I drink coffee all the time.
So
Yeah,
do I.
I don't know how people drink it before they go to bed, though.
I get up sometimes in the middle of the night, make a cup of coffee, drink it, and then go back
Yeah.
to sleep.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it never affected my sleep that way.
That's
No,
weird.
me neither.
Why do you drink it then? It's supposed to pep you up.
Yeah.
Well,
Not so much anymore, but I drink quite a bit of it too. I drink 5-6 cups, big mug cups a day.
Wow. Huh.
I'm going to cut back on it though, actually, because I read it. I was doing some reading about it's not so good for the ticker.
Yeah, but you can take medication. Decaf still has caffeine in it, but not much. Not much.
But I think it's the caffeine that keeps me
Yeah,
coming
probably
back.
is. Yeah, but if you can sleep on it, maybe not. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut back and just cool it a little bit and try and get it
Yeah,
down
even though you
to
feel fine.
2 or
Yeah,
3.
because it's preventable if they catch it early.
What's that, Tom?
Colon cancer.
Oh,
You know,
yeah. They,
Simple Life had it. And she had a heck of a time with it. She's young, 40s.
huh.
Yeah. Yeah, it
That's
is.
tough.
Yeah, but I hope I don't get it.
Yeah.
You get older, you know, your
Oh,
immune
none of it.
system. That's why you get stuff you don't go when you're younger. I'll give you like toenail fungus as an example. You can get athlete's foot and stuff like that when you're young. That's different. But you don't see young people with toenail fungus, and that's because of your immune system. It keeps it in check. But you see a lot of people with it. And you look at ages like 30, 40, 50, 60, keeps going up, and that shit is a bitch to get rid of. Yeah, it's weird. Hey, Christine, how you doing? I've had it before, man. It was a bitch. Now I'm like paranoid about it, so I like do everything. Change my socks twice a day. Put the cream on it, even though I don't need it. That gets rid of it. Because it's hard to get rid of. So,
What are the symptoms for it? Discolored toenails?
yep. And you just can't, and you get these bullshit drops. You really got to take oral Lamisil to get rid of it. But like my liver has a hard time with that. Most people does, and you can use topical too, which is a prescription, but it takes forever. I mean, you got to paint that shit on there for like two times a day for 6 months. I mean, from
Wow.
beginning to end to getting rid of it, you're talking about like 9 months.
Mm.
Yeah, so I don't want to ever get it again. I got it twice. I don't know how I got it either because I was practicing like, I use foot spray all the time, everything. But it's your
What?
immune system. It's a
Oh,
perfect example of it. It's like older people and shingles. You don't see young people getting it very much. Your immune system
right.
keeps it in check. You know? Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Fungus among us. You got it. That's right. Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, shingles are no fun, I
I
hear.
got those one time too. They thought I had this kind of arthritis. I got a shot of that Humira, which is
Yeah.
you inject yourself with it. And the next morning I had shingles from hell.
Oh,
Oh,
That hurt
wow.
like hell, man. Felt like
Really?
somebody pour gas down your arm and lit it.
oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. And you take this stuff and you get rid of it. There's some people that get shingles that can't get rid of it. I never got it again. I knew that was a side effect from that medication. But shit, man,
Right,
you want to
yeah.
avoid that too. They say when you're eligible age-wise, get the shingle shot.
Yeah, I know. The doctor tells me I should get that shingles.
You should get it. You should get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably should.
Another
I'm
thing
gonna
that
look
can keep
into
that
it.
toenail fungus from happening, believe it or not, is Vicks Vapor Rub. Yeah, it kills it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that stuff's good for everything.
Yeah, good for everything. Yeah, you're right. It's true.
I know that
I
stuff.
love that stuff.
Yeah. I don't like the smell of it though.
Oh, you don't? See, I like it. I like
do?
that smell. Oh, I love that menthol smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's powerful.
Yeah,
Really
right.
powerful. But
Oregano oil. Yeah, that's it.
when you get a chest cold or something like that, and you lather up your chest and your neck area
Yeah.
with it, there's nothing like it. You breathe easy again within seconds.
Oh, really? Huh?
Yeah, clears congestion quick.
Yeah, my mom used to do that to me when I was young.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That was the cure for everything.
Oh, Margaret. Nope.
You know, they told me when I visited Poland, and they told me when a few years back, poppy grows wild, and they would when a child was sick, they would make a tea out of the poppy seed, and it's supposedly a cure-all, where the child will sleep the entire day but wake up cured. And I guess it's the morphine or the heroin active ingredient in poppy that that does that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. They used to, well, if you look, there were huge heroin epidemics in like the 20s and stuff. Just normal people
yep.
getting addicted to it from medicinal use. Yeah, crazy.
Lucky Luciano was a heroin addict.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he was from that era, wasn't he? The 20s and the
Yeah,
30s.
he could have been. I don't really know too much about him.
Well,
He was a mob.
wasn't heroin, wasn't that, didn't it used to be legal?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It's actually not a bad product as far as a drug classification. I think it's just that it's abused that gives it its all the badness. But otherwise, if used for pain, like it's supposed to be, it's a good product. It's a clean
Well,
product.
they say that's a big difference now in the heroin now. In the heroin of the old, it was cleaner, which is why all the old rock
Yeah.
stars are still alive.
Right.
If
Yeah.
they'd had today's heroin, they wouldn't have been around this long.
No. No. Well, it's because of that fentanyl they're putting in it.
Yeah, is that a problem in Seattle?
The old
Yeah, big fentanyl epidemic. Yeah.
Oh,
the ODs now, the amount of them is staggering.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
People dropping dead. The numbers are just
Yeah,
incredible.
they are. Yep.
And it's this synthetic. It's fentanyl, and it's mass quantities of it being brought up from Mexico, I
China.
think, and from China.
The China comes
Yeah.
from Mexico. That's it. Yep. Yeah.
Scary
Yeah,
what
it
it
is.
can do.
Yeah. Sure is.
Oh, yeah.
It's something really has to be done about it.
Yeah, it makes you wonder why more isn't done about it. I mean, because society gets stuck with paying for this one way or the other.
Oh, I know.
Why don't you just keep it from coming in here? I know they could if they wanted to. He did put it up,
Yeah.
Frederick. Frederick wants you to put up a link. He did before, Frederick.
I'll do it again, Frederick. Oh, it's still there.
Yeah, but you can't see it if
There.
if you're scrolling.
Okay, here, I'll do it again.
Well, listen, I'm glad everybody got to see me, and I'm going to jump down and let somebody else up for a while.
All right. Good seeing you, Satellite Man.
Right. Nice meeting you.
Yes.
Thanks,
Got some
Satellite Man. Good progression,
You got some
Satellite Man.
subscribers.
All right. Thank you. And good
You're
night.
welcome. Good night.
Good night. That's right. It's midnight for you guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
He
just
seems like a
after.
really nice guy.
Yeah.
He is. Have you seen any of his
No.
photographs?
I'm going.
Oh, yeah. He's a photographer. I thought you knew that.
It is.
Yeah, he has some neat nature, wildlife, and backyard
Oh.
stuff. Yeah.
All right. Off work for 2 weeks. Wow. What was that for, Hanley? I don't see that link.
With my link?
Did you put it up there?
Yeah.
7. Okay, yeah, a minute ago. But it goes by pretty quick. No, I
Well,
got
do
it.
it
I saw
again.
it. Goes fly by pretty quick.
Depends how many people are chatting at once.
Yeah,
So,
right.
you know. And you want to know another thing I saw when I went to the ghetto in
Yeah.
Poland, and have you ever heard of it in Warsaw? A lot of Jews were abducted there, and it was the epicenter of it all. And you'd be walking along, passing an old building, and there'd be a plaque on the wall saying so many people or so and so was shot here on this
Oh, wow.
date. And then you look at the wall and you can see the bullet holes still.
Oh, well, hey, Mark, Frederick said he tried to get on that said permission denied.
Something on your end, Frederick, I think. Here, I'll do a tester right now. Because that's the link that Restream gave me to use.
He might have his mother have his phone restricted.
Maybe.
What?
His mom doesn't watch him watching dirty videos.
Oh God! There's the parent control on there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh boy!
I'm trying the link now. No, it works, Frederick.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand permission denied.
I don't either, but if I can do it, anybody can. Oh God!
Yeah. Come on, Frederick, we're counting on you. Yeah, I don't know what would cause that on his end.
I don't know.
A prior question. Do it again, Frederick, and keep your eyes open if there's a question anywhere where you have to allow
Right. Yeah,
access.
yeah, to accept the conditions. That could be it. Poland fed the Jewish people to the dogs.
Who said
Yeah.
that? I don't understand. I don't even think I can understand that. How did Poland feed the Jewish people to the dogs?
Hey, she'll know all about it. She's Jewish.
Yeah? Yeah. I'm Polish. No, not really though. I'm
Yeah.
Canadian. My parents
Yeah,
are
but you're
Polish.
still Polish. You're Polish.
Yeah, we're Polish descent.
Yeah. But you were baptized as a baby.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm Polish.
No, but it's part of it.
No, were you baptized?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're not.
Oh, metaphorically, she said. So they didn't treat him well. They didn't treat him well. They didn't actually feed him to dogs.
No, but all right, I'm gonna.
Hey, ban this coward strikes back. He's causing trouble. One of you moderators. Free to get rid of that dumbass. Mark said you could do it. Insulting people.
You can't put other people down here.
I can't. I wish I could. I can't see the chat. I don't know.
Isn't Tribbles a moderator? Tribbles, get rid of this coward strikes back. See you later, loser.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. They did not even try to protect him. No, she didn't mean to offend you.
No. It's okay, Jill. It's cool. But I want to figure it out. Because that's the first time I'm ever hearing that.
Yeah, she's having her herbal tea tonight. She's having herbal tea.
Who's having their herbal tea?
Jabo.
Jabo is?
It's getting her aggressive. No, she'll figure it out.
Yeah,
we'll get some good references. No, but you're a moderator. Get rid of his ass. He was just on here making rude comments.
It must be that chamomile clicking in.
It's Coward Strikes Back. At 12:31, he made a comment. No, but you can see what they're saying. You don't need to know them all. Block their comment. He's just on here. Look at 12:31. Oh, good, Penny. Pay attention. Bye-bye, coward. Night-night. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, well, I'm sure that this thing says I've received 100 messages today in Restream chat. That means like over that many comments, Mark?
No, I see the
Okay.
same thing.
Hmm.
It's generic.
Gotcha. But they're talking about that you got at least 100 messages, right? Okay, good.
Yeah,
I'm sure if you...
we've all been
Chris
reading the
got it all good.
messages, so we've all.
See you later, loser. People aren't nice, are they, Stephanie?
No, and I say block them all.
That's right. Stephanie doesn't mess around with them.
Bye-bye. Nope. Give me a mod stick. I'll take care of it.
I'm not used to this on my channel. Usually everybody plays well.
There's always one or two that have to come in and be a loser.
Just remember, though, that they didn't have enough guts to come up and talk.
Exactly, Tom. I know. They're too afraid.
I think they are, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Is there someone that you were expecting that was supposed to show but that didn't?
No, I just knew there'd be a handful of these clowns that come on here that never have enough
guts to face you.
Yeah, they never do it. And it's probably not the real people anyway, but even if it is, they're just as stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll leave comments on videos, but they never would come up here and talk to me face to face.
they might even be even more stupid because they can't even come up with their own stupidity. They have to take somebody else's stupidity.
name. That's right.
Right. Go ahead and take my stupidity.
That's right. Stephanie
Go
keeps me
ahead. They can make fun of me, Tom. I like it. It makes me laugh.
Stephanie doesn't put up with anything.
Oh, I don't care. It makes me laugh. Oh,
She takes the high road.
that's right.
Stephanie, do you ever get depressed?
Yeah, I do, Tom. Yeah, I do.
You always seem in such a upbeat, happy mood.
Well, yeah, I am. I'm always in a good mood, you know.
Yeah.
My niece, she depresses me.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of work. You know? Yeah,
That's a whole other deal there.
yeah, that's a lot of work doing that for your granddaughter.
No.
She's been pretty good to you too.
Oh, yes. My gosh. Of course she has. That's why, you know what? You help family. I don't care. You help them.
Yeah, that's
You know?
Yeah, yep.
I was brought up like that, you know?
Yeah, that's a good way. Yep, nice, good, tight family.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mark, you don't have any relatives close to you, do you?
Yeah, I have my two brothers and a whole slew of
They're
cousins.
near where you live now?
No, everybody's still in one form or another around Toronto
Okay.
area,
All right.
but not all of them. I got cousins in England and New Zealand.
Okay.
Oh, wow. They're all spread around.
Well, my godfather moved to New Zealand. He just closed up everything one day and packed up his family and moved out there. and opened a mold making factory where they make injection molds for like plastic cups and stuff like that, and did really, really well for himself. And he offered for me to come out and be his understudy out there when I was younger. And I had a great opportunity to go out there and start up fresh in a place where I think they were always a little bit behind us.
Yeah.
And as far as what they have, like ideas and corporate and commercial interest, like so, I thought it'd be a great place to start up, but I didn't. I went into construction here instead.
You regret it?
No, I don't regret anything like that. I would have liked to have been able to spend more time with my godfather, and it would have been great working with him. But I worked with one of my brothers for years, and it was a kind of a trade-off, I guess.
Right.
But I found like we have like a store idea. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it, but a concept for a store like. Do you guys have Mr. Submarine's franchises down there, or Quiznos? An idea like that, or any idea that has been tested here in North America and proven to be a real moneymaker, hasn't yet been invented at that time in New Zealand. There was a lot of opportunity to make money with the ideas from the West. I'm trying to say, you know what I'm trying to get at here? So that excited me a little bit.
Huh. Well, whatever happened to that business? Yeah.
He did really well for himself. He opened up a factory in Australia, and he had an understudy, funny my age, who did really well. Ended up taking it over. My uncle passed away a few months ago, and I'm not sure if and in fact, knowing him, the business was probably still running, and he had kept an eye on it. And it was probably run by the young man that he took as an understudy.
Oh, okay.
If I can guess.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, life ended up working pretty good for you anyway.
I don't like to complain about anything, and because there's so many places in the world where life is just so shit. I could have been born in one of their shoes.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it. Yep. Always could be worse.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it.
I think that we count our blessings and the things that we have and concentrate on that as opposed to concentrating on what we want or.
No, you're talking like a real Polish Catholic. Yeah,
I am, aren't I?
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
You can't help it. I can't help it. Who's your God?
Hi, Marco. Pardon me, Tom? Where are they? Who are they? Hold on, we got Margaret. Margaret is distorting really bad. Can you hear us, Margaret?
Margaret, turn off that radio. Yeah, I got one. I only flew it once, Lamar. Yeah. I don't really know.
I had, like I said, my one godfather just passed away recently, and my godmother passed away 2 years ago. But
Yeah,
she was
Margaret,
the
yeah.
sweetest woman in the world.
Well, you have more than one godfather?
No,
Oh, okay.
just
Oh,
one
okay.
one of
Okay.
each. I think the Godfathers isn't. What is a Godfather? The person that, if to step in as the role of a parent if
Yeah, the
something
main reason,
happens
though,
to
is
the
they
parent.
want to make sure you live a Catholic lifestyle.
Oh, is that
Help
what
you
it
along
is?
and encourage you.
It's the name God.
Yeah. It's good intentions. The Jews do it different. They give you a money market. Yeah, it totally
They
does.
do.
Something that really works. Hey, Pug, how you doing?
Say, say something, Stephanie.
Oh no, I'm still here. Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
No, I wasn't sure if I was playing with the settings there, trying to get Margaret's feedback to go away, and I
Yeah, I
thought I
mean, she
did
used to
something to
come
your
on my.
voice.
She is an Australian. It's always something like that. Like background. I don't know whether it's the long cable running under the ocean or what. But yeah, but I've
Yeah.
had trouble with her before on mine, so don't feel bad. Yeah,
There was a time where there was a
yeah, I
cable.
know it. Isn't that something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
transatlantic.
transatlantic cable. Yeah, crazy.
I was just thinking about making a pot of coffee.
Do it, Stephanie.
Make it around, Stephanie.
What?
Make it around.
Yeah.
Hey,
Anybody want a
Stephanie.
cup of coffee?
Hey, Stephanie.
Yeah.
What do you eat like when you get hungry, like later at night?
Oh,
Your
like
main cheating food.
I just ate potato chips and spinach dip.
Oh, okay. Good for you.
Not
Yeah,
too bad.
I eat whatever I want, Tom.
there you go. There
I
you go.
don't. I did have to switch to diet pop though,
Yeah.
which I'm still getting used to it. Oh God, diet pop just does not taste good to me.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. I don't like
Ugh.
it either. I don't.
No,
I don't drink much pop, anyways, but especially diet products. Didn't they just find a big thing with aspartame
yeah, they're using
being a
something else though in
carcinogen?
diet now.
Oh, I know.
Hang on.
Is that Margaret? Margaret again?
What?
Mark, is that Margaret?
It's an alien invasion. Oh, God.
Margaret? What the hell is that, Mark?
Mark,
That's
what
his
was
Polish
that?
alarm clock. That's a Polish alarm clock. Yeah.
It's because I'm up here. That's why it happened.
I wonder what it was. Whatever it is, he muted his voice.
Mark, we can't hear you.
Okay, I fixed it now. It wouldn't stop. I just fixed it now, and it got louder.
What the hell is that?
Tablet, and I was I keep it on just in case I gotta look at the side chat or put a link for someone. So it started feeding back, and it wouldn't stop.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was like
I thought it was Margaret trying to get on again.
That
No.
was funny, Mark. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, psychedelic sounds it was.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
I thought I was having a flashback or
You were
something.
multitasking.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's right. Guilty of
Yeah, that's okay.
multitasking.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Huh. So, do you follow Indian politics at all,
Do I do
Tom?
what?
Follow Indian
Yeah, a little bit.
politics at
Yeah,
all?
I do. Not much, but you know what I'm privy to. Yeah, I follow it.
There's I found it interesting. The Pakistani, one of the, he's current president. He got kicked off because of something, but they found out that something wasn't true, and he got reinstated. But the other people, the other party, revolted, and now they want to kill him. Did you
I didn't
read
read
something
that.
like
No,
that?
I'll read it tomorrow, though.
He's he used to be a cricket
okay.
player, and then now he's a politician,
Why not?
and he's going through a rough time
Yeah,
right
sounds
now.
like it. He's not going to be eating any Rogan Josh. You know, I got to quit going to that damn Indian restaurant. I'm getting too fat. That order of naan bread
That food.
catching up with me. You know, I got to go down to this court in Florida next week and trying on these pants, man. I had a hard time getting them on. I know what it's from. Those Indian dinners and that naan bread. There's probably 800 calories just in the bread.
I know the naan bread is good
I'm
though.
gonna quit eating it though for a while. Yeah, it is good. Yeah, you get that up around where you're at? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. That's a problem. There's this like crispy garlic naan. It's great.
Yeah, we probably have Indian at least once a month, and in some form or another. You ever had dal puri?
No.
It's a type of bread with black
I
eyed
see it on the
pea
menu, but I
and
like the other one so good. I'm always don't want to order it because I'm afraid I won't like it.
Oh, I think you'll like it. If you like the naan bread, you like dal puri.
Oh, okay.
It's tasty.
All right.
I have never had Indian food.
Well, why not?
I don't know, Tom. We don't really have any Indian restaurants around here.
Huh.
It's not that difficult to make.
not the same.
I have had the Indian fry bread before, though.
Oh, okay. That's good too. Yeah.
But otherwise, no, there's really, where I live. I mean, I'm sure there's restaurants, but, not around where I live.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you got some. You Googled it. There's some around there.
Yeah. I've just never, I don't know. I've just never had any desire for it. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, skip it then. You go on YouTube and watch those Indian street vendors, and some of that food looks good. Some of it doesn't too. Some of them look like it's just too dirty around there.
Yeah. It looks like the same. What it looks like coming out
Got
of
a
you.
dog opening up the bread, cat running across the roof.
Oh, God.
No thanks. Yeah, wouldn't be for me. I had a lot of salt. It's true. Yeah, diet anything. Yeah, I eat those ramen noodles sometimes. Same thing, just loaded with salt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Margarita would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're not vegetarian, are you, Jabo? Yeah, Indian food's good. They do a lot of good stuff with these different spices. You can't get the legit spices though at Walmart. You got to get them from an Indian grocery.
There's a couple of products we get up here. It comes in 2-part jar. I forget the name of the manufacturer right now, but it's some good curry paste. Yeah. and all you use that, and you're halfway there.
Oh, they are. Oh, they're racist.
What is curry? What
Right.
is curry?
It's a grain, I think. Isn't it,
I
Tom?
think curry's a
Or,
spice, isn't it?
Oh, well, people talk
Spice.
about eating curry, and I wondered what it was.
I think it's a spice, a recipe.
whoa.
Like you're
Okay.
not picking curry off something. You know, like
Oh,
I don't think. Not really sure of that.
I
Jabo
don't
should
know.
know this. I think curry's because you can get all sorts of curry. You can get green, red. You know, the Hmongs make it differently.
I wonder if the inside of the Indian space shuttle smells like curry.
No, because I don't think they can eat that on there. They're eating all that powdered stuff.
All the stuff in the
But
tubes.
otherwise, it would. You mean like a Super 8 motel? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It sure does. Yeah. It's supposed to be good for you, like have medicinal anti-inflammatory turmeric too. Property. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I want to go to a pharmacy and get a prescription. Eating that shit.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're fucking around
yeah,
with curry, trying to
I
get over this
do.
stuff.
I know.
Yeah. You go to an Indian
Yeah, I mean, there's
doctor,
some of those things that work, but I think it's a lot of it's bullshit.
and I'm going to prescribe you
Yeah,
curry.
forget it. I'd walk right out of there. Same with chiropractors and some of the weird stuff they talk to you about.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't trust one cracking my back
Yeah, no way.
or anything like that.
All it is the facet joints. It's like they're claiming that's the root of your problems for everything. Arthritis, this, that. Spice, yeah, see? Spice.
What is it for?
It's just like chili powder or something.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. It's like pesto, you know, and you see that too. I
Right.
wonder what that's made out of, you know? I had to look that up too. You know, you don't know what the hell it is. Curry, pesto. Yeah, they do wonders with lentils, though. I mean, if you go to like a gourmet vegetarian place, you'll like love it. But making that crap at home is almost impossible.
All the
You know,
details,
healthy as
yeah.
hell, it tastes like shit. Like, you don't sit around thinking, oh, I think I'll go, you know, warm up a can of lentils. Fuck. Yeah, forget it.
I know.
thanks.
No, I
Yeah,
think
you know
I
what I
just
mean?
eat my chips.
Yeah, like eating your chips. That's
Oh,
exactly
I deal with never having ever again. Kasha.
kasha, right? Yeah.
Fuck, I hate kasha.
You know, when I eat chips, though, they're probably the worst ones you could eat, but those Lay's original. Salty and thin. Like a fresh bag of them. You know,
That's what I got. Lay's original.
They're so damn good, though.
They are so good,
Yeah.
Tom.
So,
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yep.
you know what? I got a soft spot for potato chips, and if they're bacon flavored, watch out.
You ever had Better Made chips from Michigan? Yeah, those are like
No.
really good chips. People get them shipped to them all over the world. Better
Better
Made,
Made.
yeah. Those are excellent chips. Yeah.
I'll have to look for them.
Warm up a can of lentils. But if you go to like a good, like Ann Arbor, Michigan has a few, you know, where you got really culinary arts. You know, it's somebody that takes 9 hours to make lentils taste good. You know, or you can't do it at home. Some people can, but if I'm just with like a regular person that wants to cook dinner, vegetarians, like, okay. But I know if it's like, there's probably somebody that can do it. But I think you got to know a lot of secrets, like
To make it good, you mean good?
like you know,
vegetarian.
you go and you get good brisket, or you get some good fried perch. You go back and you eat more than you should. You don't do that with lentils. They say, "Would you like some more?" It's like, nah, that's all right.
I know. Or you know, the topper for me is a fried cauliflower steak.
Yeah, sucks. You want to?
Yeah, I'm gonna fry a cauliflower steak and eat it.
You can ruin a pizza with that cauliflower crust too.
I'm sorry. I don't,
Hey,
you know, all the
yeah.
vegetarians out there, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying that it's not for me.
The second best way to ruin a pizza is to get whole wheat crust. Sucks.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Like
God.
the worst tasting shit ever. Yeah.
Like cardboard.
No, you can, like, if you're dating people, you know, it's like you find out their dating profile. It's like a huge flag, like vegetarian. There's a bunch of shit that comes along with that. Yeah. It's like vegetarians. It's a nightmare to take them out to dinner anywhere.
Oh, God. I
Yeah. 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 No thanks.
Oh,
On the other hand,
no.
I'm not so sure I'd want to go out on the first date, just watch him attack a full slab of ribs. And then want dessert too.
Get it all over yourself. You get it all over your face and everything while you're eating it. And you keep offering across the table a rib. Here, try
They
it.
take them
Try
out
it.
to eat a whole full slab of ribs, and they ask the waiter, and you're in a nice place, they have banana splits.
That sounds like a fun date to me.
Holy shit, man. Yeah, yeah, no
Splits.
thanks. Yeah, how can you eat a full rack of ribs and want that too? You're just imagining as they're sitting across from you how big they're going to get in the next 10 years.
Oh, yeah, I know. Can you bring me a whole stack of napkins, please?
Hey, you want to interrupt because you're starting to get pissed and say not napkins, how about a roll of paper towel?
Here, I have a roll in my purse.
Hey, and when they use it during dinner, there's only like the one left that's stuck to the roll. You know, you got that one left you can't peel off the carpet.
Yeah.
Right, you really need it. Oh, God.
Shit, man, you wait till Steffi and I go out to dinner. Yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna
yeah.
order food.
Yeah, to live stream that. I mean, whole rack of ribs and my dentures will come out.
We'll do it.
They're stuck to the bone, my dentures.
Mark, you getting jealous?
Oh, God. That's funny as hell. Oh.
Oh yeah, man. We don't need to go to any comedy club. We'll just go out to eat.
Yeah, we don't need a comedy club. You're right.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We
my
know how to
God.
have fun, man. We'll just look over at the other couples just sitting there being quiet.
The horrified looks on their faces.
Look at those two old people over there. Oh, God. That woman, she can't even eat ribs. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be the way to go, man.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Yeah, we're gonna do it, man.
Oh,
Well,
God.
Margaret's talking about Kogel's hot dogs. Those are all beef. They brag about those in Michigan. They have special neon signs in restaurants. Yeah.
Tom, all beef lips and assholes.
What's that?
Lips
there
and
you go.
assholes. It might be all beef, but
No,
they're lips
not
and
Kogel.
assholes.
Not Kogel. No, it's good. Other ones are, but not those.
Yeah.
No, no kidding. God damn. Crazy.
I don't know. Hot dog or sausage is just an invitation.
No, you're right about
to-
that, but these Kogels are actually decent ones. You know? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Goldroy.
I mean, it could be Lion, but you know, they cost more. They're like recognized as like not typical hot dogs.
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but if it's true, I would pay whatever they charge just to have a hot dog that's
Yeah, good meat.
good
Yeah, I think
meat.
it is. I mean, they're like well known. You know, it's like the gourmet version. If you look on Google, I was looking at one that they said like the 5 best. Yeah, Hebrew National. That's a good one. And so is Nathan's.
Yes, Nathan's.
Yeah,
We have
Nathan's.
Nathan's. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nathan's hot dogs. Yep.
Yeah,
I
they're
never. I
more
don't think
expensive.
that's the one who also puts on those big hot dog eating shows. You know,
Yeah.
contests. Yeah. Nathan.
Oh, okay.
Crazy.
I saw one of those the other
You know,
day, and they were
crazy. The
complaining
hot
about
dogs they
the
eat
heat.
like 100 and shit like that.
I know it.
And like really fast. You think you'd like
I
die or something.
know.
No, they just plow it back. They drive it right into
Yeah, like the
themselves.
world, like the world champ is like second place is like 50 hot dogs behind.
Oh my
Doesn't
God.
even seem possible.
No.
And some of
Yeah,
the time too.
nuts, man. I never even had a Nathan's. I never even knew of them until I was like, what? ESPN had a thing about that. You know, there was this big controversy over this Asian guy who was cheating and like the American guy that won. And Nathan sponsored it. It was a 30 for 30. I don't know if you've ever watched any of those on ESPN. They're
No.
pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, she said in Michigan, no scraps in their meat. Oh, okay. Huh.
Well, and a hot dog, I mean, what a horrible thing to pick to eat as many as you can.
I know.
Yeah.
But those,
I mean-
but like that
That's it.
Nathan's has a good, reputation on those,
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. Yep.
Well, I hope they do that. To use a better hot dog for those championships, as opposed to
I get
the-
some for the vultures. I buy them for the vultures, and I get them at Walmart. It's a 24 pack for like $6.40. Now they're your asking
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's your
that's
lip
exactly
gloss.
right. But if you think about it, man, if you finally ground all of it up, it's just protein anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, I
fatty
Yeah,
protein.
I don't think you'd ever, if it was ground up fine enough, you wouldn't even realize it.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
That's the
and
whole thing.
Spam. Now, to me, Spam, even as a kid, was gross. That like gel
Yeah.
that's in the can, whatever.
Yeah. Who fights over who fights for who
Yeah,
gets the
and you
gel?
look at it, and it looks like head cheese. That
Have you ever seen chicken in a
I've
can?
heard of it. I know it's for sale. I see it in there, but I never like ate it or watched anybody that did.
I saw a can opened up and the chicken pulled out, and it's in a gel of
Yeah,
its
low
own,
key, that's it.
and it's very slimy looking, and it's a little chicken stuffed in the
No
can.
way. It's not like chunks.
Yep. No, it's a whole little chicken.
Oh,
God.
Google it. There's a picture if you Google it, and it's in a slime. It's in the
gross.
gel.
Mm.
yeah, you got a
It's
key.
very-
Jable's right. Well, what is in Spam? Isn't that ham?
Yeah, I would
I'm
think
not
so.
Sure.
Spam name.
It's weird though. Like you can
Spam.
talk. Spam sucks. Everybody agrees with that. But you could go to like some like famous place, like on the Strip of Las Vegas or something, and they'll want like $22 for a Spam sub or something with some novelty
Yes,
bullshit.
spam. Or what we used to do is you take the spam and then you make it into the shape of
Yeah.
a chicken leg, and you're having spam
Oh,
chicken
God.
legs.
I don't know anybody that eats that. Marty likes those little sausages in a can.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Vienna sausage.
Yeah, he likes those. The barbecue.
Yeah,
That's right.
my dad loved those things. Ugh. Ugh.
You ever had those, Mark?
Yeah, I've had them before, but they're about as attractive to eat as chicken
Oh, that bad.
leaders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
but I think that isn't it in the Vienna sausages? That's veal, I think.
Really?
Yeah,
Veal's one thing I just never ate because of the way they raised them.
sweet the
Yeah, I
animal.
wanted to,
I
but I
know.
didn't. I didn't eat veal because of that.
Yeah, me neither. I don't eat veal because of that. It's
Yeah,
a
right.
baby
They
calf.
mistreat. They don't want it to get muscular, so it's like in a little pen that can't walk. Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah, you can't even.
Yeah, I'm like you.
I
I'd
don't
rather
think you
much
need.
wait till they got up to around 540 pounds and you put a bullet between the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now that's humane.
crazy, isn't it? And chickens and stuff. I got those chickens on video here about a month ago when I was going up. There's a huge chicken plant up there in Athens. Actually, when I interview those homeless people, that chicken plant is right across the street. Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
bringing chickens in there, one semi truck after another.
We had one of those in Mississauga up the street from us, and every once in a while, one of those semi trucks would flip over on the not flip over, but fall on its side on the off ramp, and you'd see all the Italian women with their cleavers running around trying to get the chickens.
Yeah, it's crazy. Nuts, man. Wouldn't be for me. Well, I think I'm about ready to hit the hay, you guys.
Yeah, I think I am too.
Stephanie, thanks for coming on tonight. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. And Mark, thank you for letting me up on your show. It was really fun.
No problem. Thanks for coming on, Stephanie. You got her infectious laughter.
Oh, you guys always give me a good laugh. I need that. I need to keep laughing.
That's right.
Everybody keep laughing.
Good.
All right, guys. Good night.
Good night, Stephanie.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Mark, thanks for having me on.
Okay, Tom, thanks for coming on. I wish we had a little bit more of a fireworks show, but I guess none of your detractors had the guts to come on.
It would be a lot better if they had enough guts to come on, but now we know after a couple of times you're never going to do it.
Yeah.
They're just going to, if anybody ever approaches you that says they're willing to do it, set up another one. But I don't think but they never do anywhere. So it isn't just yours. It's any place. They know there's no way they're going to talk with me in front of people when there's an audience that can hear the answers.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of sissies,
Yeah.
Thank you, J-Bo. Yeah, appreciate it. Pug, you have a good night. Lamar, Bopak, Christine, Margaret. I don't know what was wrong with your audio. It would have been good to have you on. Tribbles, you nighty night. Anybody else that I missed out there?
Hey, Pug. Good night, Pug. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming on. Thanks again, Tom, for coming on. And
all right, and I'll talk to you later, Mark. All right,
yeah,
see you guys.
for sure.
Bye, Ellie.
I'm going to sign it off altogether, everybody. So thanks a lot, and thanks again, and everybody have a nice night.